boom, 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 boom. And I want to say, happy birthday, my friend. One more year upon them. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for life. One next year we're doing it again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Happy birthday, my friend. One more year upon them. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for life. Cause next year we're doing it again. What's up, y'all? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. It is St. Patrick's Day. It's your boy's birthday. That's right, y'all. It's my birthday. How y'all doing out there? Wishing y'all hope a fantastic day. Let's keep it rolling the right way, though. Stick to tradition. Trump, is it true that hackers have compromised the Epstein Files? I don't know. What do you guys think? Y'all gonna let me know, though, right? We gotta get into it. I'll tell you right now. They did. How y'all doing this morning? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday, March 17th. You know what we got to do. Let me get that camera straight and I'll be right over there with you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much, Batty. It's my birthday. It is your boy's birthday. Right after this, we're going to continue to stream. We're going straight down to the parade, no matter what, rain or shine. We always do it, so it's nothing. Nothing. We do it anyway, so why not? We got to keep the tradition going. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves. I know who is. I am. I don't care what the weather is. This is my birthday, y'all. That's that one day where you just got to be like, you know what? Forget about everything else. You know what I'm saying? You made it another year around the sun. You know what? Be happy, rejoice. Thank you for all my friends, everybody that's here. I'm so happy that we actually met each other. I'm so happy that we have this time together all the time, you guys. I want to just make sure that this camera straight over here so I can make sure that we got the best sort of an angle. I know one thing, whoever did those graphics, woo, that boy is bad. Woo, that boy is bad, bad, bad. That's right. That's the best we're gonna get it this morning, y'all. How y'all doing out there? It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Let me check on this time right here. Oh yeah, it's time to get those prayers in the air. First off, I want to pray for, and I want to thank God for giving me another year here. Whoo! Thank you so much for making my health good. You know, I lost a lot of friends this year. I want to just thank him so much for letting me get the chance to experience at least meeting you guys, because I tell you, it's been a fantastic experience. I want to pray for good health. I want to pray for a great St. Patrick's Day. I want to pray for everybody to get home safe. I want to pray for all your events to go the right way. Make sure that you guys stay under that limit. Y'all know what I'm talking about, because I can't say it in the prayer. I just want to say thank you, everybody here, for coming and showing love on the show, how you've been doing. Want to pray for Mega Dub, Rebecca Lanyon Bueno, Jamie, Mark Dorfman, Liberty and Justice, Jeffrey Spilker, Batty Lynn, Kevin Blank, VG5P, Liberty and Justice, thank you so much. Casey, where's Dot Focus at? Dot Focus up in here? What's up, Dot Focus? Good morning to you. Want to pray for you too. Mark Gabriel. Okay, who else we got up in the building this morning? We got, Rebecca Lanyon Bueno. Got to make sure that we always pray for you. Also, who has Tin Majen? Want to pray for Sam Champion. Can't forget about Luigi. Wait a minute. Can't forget about Casey. Can't forget about Casey, Mark Dorfman, Jeffrey Spilker, Batty Lynn. Can't forget about you guys. And you know what? That's how we going to end it off right now, because we got a little more to get into. Good morning. Thank you so much, Miss Swanza. Big hustle. Can't forget about praying for you too. Amen. That's right, you guys. Happy birthday, Bugatti. Y'all ready? It's time to get it on. The birthday edition. And you're going to hear that a lot. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up for St. Patrick's Day, y'all. Wind it up. Another year around the sun. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. I'm ready whenever you are. Don't try to play me. It's my birthday. Come on. Or maybe if I do for old lang syne. Okay. Olay. And you know what we gotta do, right? We gotta open up those pores. That's right, you guys. This is how we do it every morning. We gotta open up those pores. That's right. Let the birthday begin. Thank you for all the well wishes. Open up those pores. I was gonna do another song, but it would have made us sad. So I said, you know what? We gonna go with the old reliable. Dun, 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 dun. Doom 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 doom. Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip big drip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a hell cause it's your birthday. I said go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. Gonna sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a hell cause it's your birthday. That's right, y'all. It's my birthday. I'm gonna party like it's my birthday. I don't care about all of them worst days. It's my birthday. I'm kinda thirsty, but I'm gonna keep going, keep flowing real. That's how I do it. I spit how I feel. I hope y'all are happy to come and get some time to listen to your boy bust a real freestyle round. Cause you know how I do. I gotta come through and represent for Batty, liberty, and justice too. I can't forget my boy KC up in the chat. Cause you know we do it just like that. Up, go shorty, it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. We gonna sip big drip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a hell cause it's your birthday. Thank you guys. I hope you had a fantastic day. Hope you had a fantastic evening. Cause like I always tell you guys, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Pump that beat. It's Tuesday the 17th. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this is our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. We be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Really got me lit. Hope you guys had a fantastic evening. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. I hope you like all the festive garb, and I hope I'm not clicking and clanging too much because you know I got the beads on representing this morning. Because yes, not only is it St. Patrick's Day, but it's another year around the sun for me, and I'm just so thankful for being here. I'm not gonna play around because I still gotta get to work. Y'all think it's work, but it's not. When I'm here, this is fun. So let me keep the fun going because I still owe you guys that work. Let's get it. And without any further ado, I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time. How am I gonna do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna ask you guys to please stay on topic, please stay on point. Gives us a great dialogue. I also wanna know where you're chiming in from, what time it is. I love what city, state, country, because of the fact of the matter, I like to go there and find it so you can be like, oh my God, that's up the block from me. Hopefully it's good news. That's not only that, you guys, we try to do all trending topics here, current events, and much, much more. So without any further ado, because that was a big intro, what I'm gonna do, let's get into these titles on St. Patrick's Day. Let's get into these titles. What we got here this morning, we got Trump. Is it true that hackers have compromised the Epstein Files? Could you imagine that? What if they did get inside? Find a way to unredact all the files like Q and then just send it all back out to us with everything unredacted except for the victim's name. Wouldn't that be something funny, huh? Play it around and next thing you know, somebody that had a strong power was able to get in and take it away. But is it true? Is it false? We're gonna find out. Let's keep on moving forward because we've also got President Trump has been praised for his absolute brilliant Iran strategy. What do you guys think? Do you think the strategy has been brave? Do you think it's been brilliant? I want to know, because we're going to get to that clip soon. And I got one more to give you in the lineup over here is several far left mayors. They team up to oppose the administration's agenda. That's right, you guys. You got different mayors such as Zorhan Mamdani, that he's a super cat, none of you's a dummy. Then you've got the one from Chicago, who's Brandon Willis. That's right, probably the one from Los Angeles. You know who that is, and a couple others that we're gonna get into. We got a lot in the clip this morning. I hope you guys are gonna love the health and wellness section today. Lynn Sanford, thank you for the $2 on a birthday for the first tip of the day. I appreciate you guys. All I'm gonna ask you guys to do is hit that like button. We're trying to get to 70,000 subscribers, a nice roundabout number. That would look really good stepping out to the parade. You know how we do. Thank you so much, Liberty and Justice. Go Bugatti. It's your birthday. We're gonna Bacardi. Like, I don't be doing that for myself. You know that, right? You know I don't just do those songs for me. I definitely do it for you. I do it for Casey. And I'd be like, yo, I gotta do something fire for Casey because he on that Black Rob sort of. You know what I'm saying? I know my brother. We gotta keep on moving, y'all. Let's get on up out of here and do what we gotta do and get this deck stacked out. Make sure that you guys got your drinks, got everything that you need, because we're about to get into it right now. It's my birthday and it's St. Patrick's Day. And we're going to the parade right after this, because guess what? I stayed up super late and tomorrow's show is already in the queue. So now we can do it. Going live straight from the St. Patrick's Day parade today. I don't care, come rain or shine. We always do it and we don't care. Right now we're gonna get into Trump has been praised for his absolute brilliant Iran strategy. Sometimes it's good to let other people talk about people so they can understand what's going on. Because sometimes when you hear it from the horse's mouth, and if people don't appreciate you, they won't listen. So let's let somebody else try to say a few things about what we got going on over in Iran, and let's keep it moving. Good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day, you guys.
Served as chair of both the House Homeland Security Committee and Foreign Affairs Committee. Good to have you. So
thanks for having me.
Let's start where he left off. What is the end game? National Review has this piece. They say the messaging of the war, it can be said, has not been on par with the precision of its military strikes. The signals from the White House and Pentagon are being interpreted widely, partly for cynically partisan reasons, but partly because much is left to interpretation. Do you have any better understanding of the end game, the finish line?
Well, look, this whole thing started in 1979. It began with weak leadership by President Carter.
Thank you, Kendra. Love you, love. Love you so much.
And it's going to end with strong leadership by President Trump. The military objective here is being accomplished. In fact, they're ahead of schedule. They're demoralizing the Navy, the Air Force. They're getting rid of the sea mines in the straits. The drones are probably one of the top issues right now. And they're dealing with that to clear the straits out to have free access to energy going through that sector. The attack on Kong Island, which is a crown jewel, 90% of the exports out of Iran come from there, is like a checkmate on the supreme leader. It was absolutely brilliant military strategy. So the military objective is very clear, and it's going very well. The president could declare victory there. Others say unconditional surrender, regime change, nation building. We have a history of that, and we're a little bit more leery about that phase. I think there are others that are very well equipped. Say in Israel, Mossad has been in there. They were in there after the 12-day war more extensively than we ever imagined. And I do think it's up to the people eventually of Iran to take back their country. But think about this, a world without Iran, without this regime of terror, a free Iran, where normalization under the Abraham Accords can now take place, where you have the Gulf states now aligned against Iran, you have a free Venezuela, maybe a free Cuba, which was unheard of a year ago. The guts and the courage of this president to take this on for future generations, even though short-term pain for long-term gain, is quite extraordinary.
Well, you heard the description.
Thank you so much, Miss Swanza. Everybody, thank Miss Swanza and thank Liberty and Justice for those 2 super chats for the birthday gifts. We appreciate you guys so much with so much love, and that's why we hit every single day at this time. Thank you so much, you guys, for the love. I appreciate it so much.
that we got from Congressman Himes about how this is playing out. He notes the 13 service members we've lost so far. He notes the economic impact, 50, 60 cents more a gallon. That's a daily check for people on their real economic health of their own households and their own wallets. Do you think the administration has managed Americans' expectations properly about how long this could take and what it will cost us in the process?
Well, I think when the military objective is done, you're going to see the price of gas go way down. I think, again, controlling Kong Island, controlling Venezuela and the oil energy exports there, long term, we're going to have more control over energy in this world than we did before the invasion of Iran. So you have to look at it that way. For a couple of weeks, sure. But long term, it is going to put us far better off for not just my children, but for future generations. They're going to look back at this an historic moment that freed up the Middle East and put it on a path to peace and normalization.
So
I wanted him to say that, but I understand where he's trying to say long term, but that's like somebody walking up to you right now saying, can I borrow $5,000? And you can't say no. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's double tap that screen, and thank you so much for the birthday greetings, you guys. Thanks for the birthday gifts. I appreciate every single thing, you guys. That's why I'm working, because I know you guys, some of you are still at work. That's why I came to work. Let's keep on going, because we got much more to get into. We got a good show lineup this morning. We got new details, because they think that the supreme leader may be on O'Leil's knife. I can't say that word. I'm going to let them say it. Then I got to skip down to the middle of this, because that's where it's at. But I want you guys to hear what they have to say in the beginning first as well.
And let's get straight into Operation Epic Fury. Israel says they expect the fighting to last at least 3 more weeks as Iran ramps up retaliatory strikes on its neighbors in the region.
Let's go to Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yinks. He's live from Tel Aviv with the latest. Good morning, Trey.
Yeah, hey, Lawrence, good morning. The Israelis and the Americans are going after new targets today across Iran, striking the capital city of Tehran and a variety of positions in western Iran. They're putting new pressure on the regime, and we heard from U.S. Central Command this morning, who indicated that more than 100 Iranian Navy vessels have been taken out since Operation Epic Fury began just over 2 weeks ago. Into the 3rd week of this operation, you can see some video here from the Iranian capital overnight. Black smoke rising from the horizon after a significant strike there. Again, not only the storage facilities of Iranian missiles are being targeted, but also the production lines to prevent the Iranian regime from rearming. As these strikes continue, they are expected to intensify in the hours and days ahead. International focus does remain on the Strait of Hormuz, where the Trump administration has indicated they're calling on other countries around the world to participate in pressuring the Iranians and allowing the safe passage of vessels. This is where 20% of the world's oil passes through on a regular basis. President Trump was asked this weekend about that possible coalition.
Talking to countries about policing the straits, because they are the ones, we don't get oil, very little, 1%, 2%. But China, as an example, gets about 90% of its oil from there.
So I guess that makes more sense. If they're getting more of the oil refined from that area, that some of those other countries need to come and step up as well, at least to guard it. Because he says we only get like 1 to 2% of that oil.
Hormuz Strait. Nice to have other countries police that with us.
56-year-old Muqtada al-Sadr alive.
About Iran's new supreme leaders.
Contained, at least from the perspective of the Israelis, to a 2-front conflict. Gotcha.
Right. Thank you, Trey. All right, now let's go to Steve Harrigan, who's live at the Iran-Armenian border as speculation grows now about Iran's new supreme leader. Steve, we're all interested in this. Is the new guy, is he alive?
That's really the key question. Is this 56-year-old Muqtada al-Sadr alive? Muqtada al-Khamenei alive or not? Certainly, President Trump has raised the issue. He stated earlier today, speaking to NBC News, he said, I don't know if he's even alive. So far, nobody's been able to see him. There is speculation that he's been wounded as well, so it's not clear whether the 56-year-old is alive or not. But some interesting questions, too, have been raised.
Everybody, let's show Angel Fire some love for the $10 birthday blessings. She says, happy birthday blessings for many, many more. Thank you for you and all that you do. Thank you so much, Angel Fire. I appreciate you. But do you think that they got him? Do you think that he's hurt? Because we haven't seen anything. Normally, they'll go do a little trot around and let you know that nothing happened, right? So we got to really get into this. I'm going to have to do a follow-up and see what comes out of this story right here.
about Mojtaba Khamenei's capability to actually be a leader of Iran. CBS News, in speaking about an intelligence report, a U.S. intelligence report, said that the supreme leader who was killed on the first day of the war actually did not want his son to follow his footsteps as supreme leader. That report reads, the elder Khamenei was wary of his son ever taking power because he was perceived as not very bright and was viewed as unqualified to be leader, according to sources. So 56-year-old, the new supreme leader, hasn't been seen in public. Now reports from intelligence saying he's not very smart, he's had personal problems. But the key thing is, in 2 weeks of war, he has not been seen. All his statements have been read out. So a real mystery surrounding the 56-year-old who's supposed to be in charge. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, Steve, I also heard reports that they think he's gay. And what would that be like to be a gay guy in Iran and be a leader?
There are...
They said he's down with the broken wristed click, y'all. Oh my God, down with the BWC. He had to throw that in before it went off, y'all. Why you do that?
Reports said he had some trouble procreating and had to get some help with that a couple of times. So some major question marks about the heir apparent, a Nepo baby in Iran.
All right.
But they voted. That group voted.
Yeah, but you know why they voted, because they was trying to just put him in power because of the bloodline, and they thought that he was going to be able to follow in some kind of way. We got a president, oh my God, they threw him under the bus. Somebody's like, thanks, Dad. What does that matter? I don't know, right? They just played him, right? Yo, Scott the Rock, they played him, didn't they? I heard that he was gay out of nowhere. Like, what they got to do with anything? But actually, it probably does. Let me stop. I ain't even going to start. Let's go over, because we got new details. This is Trump right here at the Kennedy Center. He's holding an event talking about the stress of the coalition. I'm sorry, the coalition that they're about to put together. Let's keep on going, you guys. I'm sorry about that. The strength of the coalition that they're putting together, what he was talking about in the proceeding. Don't play, because we was already queued up, man. You see we was queued up. Stop playing with your boy. We was queued up. You see we was queued up. They tried to send me box in time. He was already out there, ready to go with me. Let's go, Prez.
Thank you very much. Please, Cindy. No place like the White House. Do we agree?
Agreed.
Right, Mr. Kraft? No place like the White House. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. And we'll maybe discuss a couple of general topics. This is a board meeting for the Trump Kennedy Center, but we'll go into a couple of other.
I rock with Trump, but I don't agree with him changing that name.
The things that we have the media present. It's always present, unfortunately, constantly. And I'll say a few words about what's happening in the Middle East. And if you have a couple of questions, we'll do that, and then we'll get on with our board meeting. So thank you very much for being here. We have a wonderful group of very, very smart, talented patriots at this table. Our powerful military campaign to end the threats posed by the Iranian regime continued in full force over the past few days. They have been literally obliterated. The Air Force is gone. The Navy is gone. Many, many ships have been sunk. They're warfighting ships, but I guess they didn't know how to use them. And anti-aircraft is decimated, their radar is gone, and their leaders are gone. Other than that, they're doing quite well. They've been...
It's like every time he do something, he got a sound bite. It's always a drop, like a mic drop. You know they're going to be rewinding and using this for years right here.
A terror for...
Let's say you come into big money. What do you buy first? For a
47...
A rescue for dogs. That's what you buy.
7 years. And now, I guess, the world, through the United States,
good looking, Brian,
with the help of Israel, is doing what should have been done many years ago. Should have been done many years ago. Since the beginning of the conflict, we've struck more than 7,000 targets across Iran.
Wow.
And these have been mostly commercial and military targets. We've achieved a 90% reduction in their ballistic missile launches and a 95% reduction in drone attacks. The missiles are trickling in now at very low levels because they don't have too many missiles left. We've also attacked the manufacturing plants, where the places where they manufacture the missiles and the drones. And that's going on today. We just hit 3 of them today. And it's getting very hard for them to manufacture.
They still got some information coming out on their side, though, where they're still trying to fight back and strike back, because now we got the president, the Iranian foreign minister, who raises eyebrows when he says he has claims that about the U.S. military targets that they're going to be striking. Can't just stay on one topic, you guys. We got to keep going. Let's go.
Now claiming without evidence the United States attacked it from the United Arab Emirates. President Trump says the U.S., quote, obliterated several key military targets this week, and that Iran's oil infrastructure could be next. Lucas Tomlinson joins us live from Dubai. Hi, Lucas.
Well, good afternoon, Rich. Today was the quietest day in the United Arab Emirates since this war started. Only 4 ballistic missiles and 6 drones fired from Iran. That's a far cry from the more than 1,600 drones and nearly 300 ballistic missiles that Iran has fired here since the start of the war. That's 3 times the amount of projectiles fired here that have been fired at Israel.
That basically tells you what they're saying to kind of substantiate what Trump is saying, because before they was doing much more. Now that they've been depleted and they've been hit so hard, it's much less that they're feels niring. You know what I'm saying when I say that.
And Iran's foreign minister claims he's only striking American bases in the region.
We are only targeting American assets, American installations, American military bases. Everything belongs to Americans. They, attacked our islands using HIMARS artillery rockets, which are low-range, rockets, and they used the territory of UAE to attack us.
Now, some residents here would like a word with Mr. Arachi, Rich, after hotels and skyscrapers have been hit by drones or falling debris. Now, there are satellite-guided rockets that could reach Iran's Harg Island from U.S. Army HIMARS launchers if needed. That island in the northern Persian Gulf, as we just heard from Mike, is a major choke point for Iran, a strategic target responsible for 96% of Iran's oil exports. Trump.
Yeah, that's it, man. I had enough with y'all. I think everybody in the queue has had enough with that. We're trying to have a good day today. So, yeah, we're going to get past all that Straits of Hormuz and all of that. Yeah, let's go and see what it's affecting. All right, we're going to just, even if I got to be up in here tap dancing for the rest of the time, enough. You know what I'm saying? That's enough right now. We're supposed to have a good day today. I know it's going on, and we still want to pray for everyone out there that's lost their life. We want to pray for all the children, all of the elderly people, and every single person that has nothing to do with this situation right here that just prays for it to be over, because that's what we want. It's going to get now. I'm sorry. Amen. Also want to go over to the TSA to see how it's affecting travel with the shutdown that we got going on right now. Let's go on over to the TSA to see what's going on with the shutdown situation. We got different agents that's talking about their funding and how it's really hurting their pockets right now and how it's hurting things to move around. Let's go, you guys. Let's get it.
DHS is more than just immigration enforcement. The most basic task of a member of Congress is to keep the lights on and pay the bills. And if we can't even do that in Congress, then Americans justifiably should be very upset.
Former DHS Secretary Jay Johnson slamming the partial government shutdown as 50,000 TSA workers will miss their first paycheck. Travelers already waiting hours to get through security at airports across the nation. But could it get worse? Johnny Jones is a TSA agent and currently the Secretary-Treasurer for the Association of Federal Government Employees Council 100. He joins us now. Johnny, what is the situation now at airports? We've seen the lines, but this has to put a tremendous amount of strain on TSA workers like yourself across the country.
Yes, it definitely does. As you're going to work every day, and then when you get off work, if you're going to need to work another job, or how you're going to be able to take your kids to daycare, or you're going to need to decide, do you have enough money to pay your bills? As most people are aware, the TSA officers across the country are not going to receive a paycheck this weekend.
And Johnny, so many of the agents like yourself are going to still work without a paycheck, although some of them, because of financial constraints, may not be able to make it to work. How significant is that? Talk me through what that is like.
Well, so first of all, the guys are having to make the decision on whether they're going to be able to come to work or not because of financial conditions. We've had 3 government shutdowns over the last 5 months. And most people have drained through their emergency funds. The majority of TSA officers live paycheck to paycheck. A lot of them still have loans or debts from the previous shutdown. And
how come nobody talking about that? We just came out of a shutdown.
There is just a lot of questions on their mind how long they're going to be able to last.
Some people giving up, like, man, look, I love the TSA, and it would have been great for me to work there, but I got to think about my family. So we got some people that's out there like, man, you got to go. Let me get you up out of here because I don't want you to keep popping up. But some people are tired of it, and they quitting straight up and down. Some people, like this father of 3, couldn't take it anymore. Thank you so much for the jewels. Really appreciate you guys. They can't strike or do a lockout. Thank you for the jewels, you guys, and I appreciate that. Trump will take care of them. I hope so, Jeffrey. I hope so. That's what somebody else down there said, angels among us. Because what about the people that quit already? Watch this, because some people can't take it.
You saw those insanely long airport lines earlier this week due to the partial government shutdown. The concern is this could become more common as sick calls are surging among security screeners, according to internal TSA data obtained by CBS News. Chris Van Cleve is at the Salt Lake City airport for us. Chris, good morning.
Well, good morning. We have to remember this is the second prolonged shutdown impacting TSA officers since just October. Now, they're on the job. They should be getting paid right about now, but they don't know when that paycheck is going to come. And for some officers, that's just too much. Robert Echeverria worked the TSA checkpoints at the Salt Lake City airport for 9 years, but with no paycheck or end in sight to the latest partial government shutdown, he quit.
I love the agency. I love the people that I worked with, but my family has to come first.
Was it a hard decision to leave?
It definitely was.
The father of 3 felt he had no choice but to take another job. He's now among more than 300 TSA officers who have quit since the shutdown began last month, according to agency figures obtained by CBS News.
I think the hardest thing is seeing the struggle that my wife was going through and not trying to bring more stress to her, but seeing her cry every night. How am I going to feed my family?
Yeah, you got 4 other people to worry about, man, and a dog. You know what I'm saying? That dog food ain't cheap either.
How am I going to survive?
It seems like still weighs on you a little bit.
It does, because again, these are people that I was with for over 9 years.
That strain and this week's missed paycheck are taking a toll. Food pantries like this one in Salt Lake City are opening up at airports.
Hold up, I knew it. Anybody see something that we should be paying attention to right here? I'm talking about this is how detailed your boy is. Anybody see what kind of bar that is right there? And what did we just learn about? How come they giving this to people in the food pantry, y'all? What did the doctor say yesterday? He said it's gonna right? Y'all see it right there? What's right there? Y'all saw it. If y'all was here yesterday, you know what I'm talking about. What's that right there? There you go. Where you at right there? That's my angels among us all the time. Can you feel it? That's why I rock with angels, because she be knowing. You be knowing what's up, angels. Yes, remember the Cliff Bars that they were talking about yesterday. That's the Cliff Bars. It just happens to be in today's segment where they're giving out free stuff at a food pantry. Just so happened to be giving out Cliff Bars. Yeah, just wanted you guys to notice that little small extra right there.
Salt Lake City are opening up at airports across the country as TSA sick calls.
And she looking at it like, oh yeah, it's a healthy bar. I'm going to eat this. Yeah, okay.
Have more than doubled during the shutdown. At Houston's Hobby Airport Sunday, wait times topped 3 hours after more than half of TSA officers called out, just as the nation's airlines expect a record-breaking 171 million flyers for spring break. Former TSA Administrator John Pistol.
But it does concern me about the possibilities of operatives, bad guys who are wanting to try to exploit a perceived vulnerability.
Now, since it's so vulnerable, you might be able to get something through. Now the cartel is like flooded because we're going to be able to get more through now.
Because there's not as many people on at TSA showing up for work.
That's what they think. I don't know.
And TSA workers are some of the lowest paid federal government employees. Salaries average $45,000 to $55,000 a year, and it takes months to train replacements. They'll eventually get back pay, but first there has to be a solution to the political stalemate in Washington. And Gail, it doesn't look like there's a solution.
I think they need back pay with a bonus. Like they need a double back pay, because y'all crazy out here playing with these people's lives like this. Let's keep on moving now, because this right here is something else that's basically putting our nation's security at risk. That's what they're saying. And if you guys appreciate the content that we're getting, how we come up with the truth, the facts, what's actually going on, we go listen to what the government and the people are saying, right? I mean, to the admins, right? The lawmakers, and then we come down in the valley and we talk to the people, the ones that's really working. Let's get on another topic because we got to keep it moving. Double tap that screen. I really appreciate it. It's St. Patrick's Day, #1. It's my birthday. So can we just go crazy on the like button and give me all the money in your pockets? No, I'm just kidding, you guys. Don't give me all the money in your pockets, but you can give it to me in the form of likes. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Come on, become a member. It's like $2. I think it's $2.99. And hit that post notification bell down there so you know when we're on. It's St. Patrick's Day, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it.
Indiana Congresswoman Erin Houchin, who serves on the House Budget, Energy, and Commerce and Rules Committees. Thank you so much for being here, Congresswoman. You heard that report from Chad Pergram. You have Democrats here that are saying, Republicans, why don't you meet us? Why don't you help us fix the problem that we started? What is your response to the Democrats who seemingly are not going anywhere with this? They want to keep this government shut down.
Thanks for having me. One of the things that stands out to me is at the time when, under the Biden administration, more than 10,000 people on the terror watch list were let into the country, that the Democrats would not want to fund our Department of Homeland Security, and they want to defund ICE. That's the thing that they're asking us to do that we won't do. Many of their demands have already been met, and really they're harming our TSA agents, our Coast Guard, FEMA operations, because most of ICE and DHS for border security was funded already under the One Big Beautiful Bill. This is putting our national security at risk, and it will be on the Democrats' hands.
We have Democratic Congresswoman Ro Khanna out of California says, well, the one way we can end all of this is for President Trump to end the war in Iran. Let's listen.
Joe BX.
This war needs to end. That's the biggest thing we can do to restore our the security and making sure that we're focused at home. And then, of course, we need to fund the TSA and we need to fund security.
Yeah, but you only talking about one part of it, man. You're not talking about what y'all asking for in order to make this happen. They be acting like nobody know what they really asking for.
Fund the TSA and we need to fund security. But what we can't do is be giving a rogue ICE agency more funding to conduct mass.
It ain't no more funding. They already funded. Stop trying to throw extra stuff in the game, man. Come on, stop lying, bro.
Raids like they did in Minneapolis.
In Minneapolis, they about to leave Minneapolis. Man, get up out of here. They about to leave Minneapolis altogether.
What is your response to the congressman there?
My response to the congressman is that he completely ignores the domestic threat that we're under because of the Democrats' open border policies when they allowed very dangerous people to come across the southern border. He is ignoring the threat that we've already seen play out across the country in the last few weeks by not funding our Department of Homeland Security. American citizens continue to be at risk. It's not just travel delays that they have to deal with for TSA. We should be funding ICE. We should be funding Border Patrol. We should be funding the entire Department of Homeland Security. And the only thing Democrats seem to want us to do in exchange for their vote is defund ICE.
My question is, isn't FEMA supposed to be doing some payouts right now as far as like taking care of natural disasters in various places? Like I think the last place, if I'm not mistaken, it was like Jamaica or something like that. FEMA's supposed to be paying out some money right now, if I'm not mistaken, you guys. Please, let's double up on that and get my back on this if I'm right about it. If you guys know anything about this. Aren't they supposed to be funding something right now? FEMA, all of these natural disasters that we just came through. So if this is affecting them, does that mean that the people are not getting the monetary? That's my question to you guys, because it always extends and goes somewhere else. Look, Fal Fabi, she said yes. They said yes, Jamaica. Exactly. So is that affecting the money? Asheville, yep, straight up and down. Is it affecting money? They still haven't given them no money, right? They want to fund the ferries. My man, do you have a Cash App? Because I don't put my account information on YouTube. The Cash App is $ Boogotti Cash. BOOGOTTI Cash. And I appreciate whatever you send. Thank you so much for the birthday love, you guys. Another day around. One more year upon them. Oh, one more year. We're going to have some fun later on. Let's go. Come on. We got to get on over to this signature situation going on right now. Because boy, oh boy, they got something going on for fraud. Yeah, man, they're going to do something for the fraud. And they got some people that they putting in a lead for this. I think we're going to see some results, because now they're going to try to go get some money and come right back. What you said, Joe BX? Because Joe BX been dropping them. I just been missing your stuff. Did you get my Cash App? I'm definitely going to ask. Oh, Teddy Ted? Yo, Teddy, I appreciate that dub. Yes, I think you sent me that. Yeah, I definitely did. If somebody sent me $3 before that, and I appreciate the $3.33 too. How about that? If somebody bought a keychain, I sent it out the other day. All y'all stuff, don't play around with it. And I even put a heart next to the money you guys sent me, so you know that I appreciate you. I can't say nothing when somebody send you money. I wish you can leave a message, because I be wanting to say, yo, I appreciate this and thank you so much. But all you can do is hit an emoji. Let's keep on moving over to see keep on moving forward to see what's going on with our President Trump as he signed this new executive order to bring this new force to fight fraud, led by J.D. Vance. I don't want to slow things up, y'all.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. This is a big thing that we're doing. It's about fraud, having to do with all the fraud that's taking place in our country. We have two people that are extremely brilliant and just very talented, and they're going to be put in charge. But I'd like to ask Will, if you would, to give a little description of what we're signing, the executive order. And
thank you, Brian.
Then I'll ask JD to speak.
Yes, sir. As you stated in your State of the Union address,
I really pay attention to you guys, man. Come on, look at Brian right there. I appreciate you. Look at that. Look at Brian Falcone. I sent you the 333, and I appreciate you. See that? I be watching. I pay attention. I try to read all y'all emails and everything. I'll email everybody back.
Of widespread revelations of fraud in federally funded programs in states like Minnesota and California. This executive order in front of you will establish a new task force aimed at rooting out that fraud, returning potentially billions or tens of billions or even hundreds of billions of dollars to the American taxpayer. This task force will be chaired by the vice president. The vice chairman will be the head of the FTC, Andrew Ferguson.
And they trying to go get money back. Ooh, you know they're going to use some force to go get the money back too. All sorts of wire transfers and reverse. You're going to look at your bank account and all of a sudden, you're going to be like, yo, where that money went? Oh yeah, we came and got my money back. We didn't need no authority. We came and got our money back.
Who's with us here as well today. But this is going to launch a whole of government approach to rooting out the very serious problem of fraud in federally funded programs around the country.
As an example, you've been seeing it, and seeing it pretty big in Minnesota, $19 billion. But that's only for one little aspect of the fraud. It's $19 billion, and California, as they say, is 10 times worse, and other states are 10. And this is not a Republican-Democrat thing. This is wherever it's taking place. It seems that it's usually in blue states. If it's in a red state, we're going there too. But it seems that it's heavily, heavily, heavily Democrat. And what they've done is so sad. When you look at the Minnesota scam,
Thank you,
a lot of it has to do with Somalia. Nobody's calling out anybody, but a lot of it has to do, but it's Somalia and plenty of others. And I believe the governor is complicit. I believe Ilhan Omar is complicit. I believe that your attorney general is complicit, and if they are, you're going to hopefully find out about it, and you're going to have to do what you have to do. If we found half of the fraud that's taking place in this country, and I think you have a chance of doing that, we would have much more than a balanced budget. That's the kind of numbers you're talking about. The theft is incredible. And I think JD will make, and Andrew will make a charge later on that local states should handle nursing homes and all of these things that the federal government shouldn't be involved in. It's too big. The federal government should handle military and a couple of other things. But when it comes to nursing homes, you saw where a young gentleman was going around and knocking on doors and none of the nursing homes existed, none of the nurseries existed.
The Leering Centers is what he's talking about. The Leering Centers. I still need you guys to do me a favor. If you guys feel like cracking the joke real quick, I really want to know if does that mean something? Does leering mean something? Is that a real word? And what does it mean? That's one to grow on. Let's keep on moving forward. What is leering? It makes me feel like they're just leering at you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell is leering. You got
the money that's being paid out, and the federal government pays for it. When you see all these people coming in illegally into our country, many criminals, many drug dealers, murderers, 11,888 murders, and you look at California, and more and more come in, and yet they never had money, and yet they pay them. You know why they pay them? Because the federal government is charged with paying. We're not paying them anymore, and I said that. So these two really smart guys are going to be, I think it's going to, hopefully it's going to be JD's. This will not be like a Kamala where she was put in charge of the border and she never went there, JD, right? You promise?
I promise, sir.
Remember Kamala was put in charge. She was the border czar. She never went to the border. She never called any of the great border patrol. The border patrol testified. We never spoke to her.
Now, PT's.
Yo, I'm talking about sound bites be coming off your boy. He don't be caring nothing about what he's saying. It means to look at you. I heard you. It means to leer, to stare at you. All right. Somebody says, but I ain't leering nada. I'm not learning nada. Okay, you guys, we got to keep going because now we got to get into dum. That's right, you guys. It's time to get into the header. Let's get right into the topic that we got going on this morning. Is it true that hackers have compromised the Epstein Files? And I'm going to sneak and tell you, no, I'm not. I'm going to let you watch it because you got to watch it to find out, you guys. Do you think that it's been hacked? Do you think that there's a possibility that the hackers were able to get in there and get those files? If so, would you like for them to do their own redactions, put the information out in a better, clearer manner? Ooh, that would be crazy, right? What if they're able to take off some of those redactions since they're hackers? Like I already told you guys before, I did it myself. Copy, paste, put it in Word, because all they did was cover the words. They didn't remove them. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen and get those likes up.
Recent report from Reuters revealed that a foreign hacker accessed FBI files relating to the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein and compromised them.
The breach reportedly occurred on February 12, 2023, during a break-in at the FBI's New York field office.
According to sources and recently published Justice Department documents reviewed by Reuters, they disclosed that the hack occurred after a server at the Child Exploitation Forensics Lab was inadvertently left vulnerable during evidence handling.
The document also said that the intrusion was discovered the next day when an FBI special agent, Aaron Spivak, found a text message on the system left by the hacker warning that the network had been compromised.
Gotcha.
That was nice of him.
Yep.
Gotcha. Because this is what they do. They got those scrubbers that keep on trying to get in, keep on trying to get in, keep on trying to get in. So guess what? It's just like playing Pac-Man. So next thing you know, I got you, can't go back in that way. Can't get in that way. We can't get in, right? So next thing you know, once you access the files and open the computer up, this funked it up may have went to lunch or went to do something, or moving something else. But while he did that, unsecure. Boom! Got him, got access, and now they've got the files.
FBI then discovered unusual activity indicating someone was, quote, combing through certain files pertaining to the Epstein investigation. A source familiar with the breach told Reuters that the intrusion was carried out by a foreign hacker, not a foreign government.
The hacker reportedly did not initially realize that they had breached a law enforcement server. Upon seeing material related to child exploitation, the hacker expressed disgust and threatened to report the server owner to the authorities. The source told Reuters that they, quote, did not know who the hacker was, what country they were operating from, or what they did with the material accessed.
Question. Just going to throw this out there to you guys just because it's in our world. What if the hacker is Edward Snowden? What if it's Snowden? What if it was Snowden? That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be crazy?
The FBI described the event as an isolated incident that was quickly contained.
No, there's no such thing as an isolated containment, because the simple fact of the matter is I watch the Avengers every single time when what's his name? Iron Man, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? He gets that USB, he puts it inside there, it takes everything. Don't even take that long to get it. Once he goes back, Jarvis is like, I've downloaded everything, sir. You know what I'm talking about. It don't take a long time to take everything that they need. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We got much more to get in order. Much more. Let's go. He told me what he was into. We got an Epstein survivor right here, you guys. Yes, we're going to get a little bit deep about it, because the best way to find information is to hear it from the victims and people that were involved. Not only that, but it gives you a better insight on the person that they're talking about. Let's go over here and keep on moving as we keep it moving with these Epstein files, because we have a victim who said that Epstein told him what he was into. This is Rena O, who shares her story.
To Jeffrey Epstein back in 2000. She was an aspiring young artist, and she was actually hoping that he might be able to open some professional doors for her in the art world.
He paid her university tuition fees and provided her with an apartment in New York, but Rena soon discovered nothing with Epstein comes for free.
I wonder if it was that same apartment building that was on 68th Street. You know what? Now it's starting to make a little bit of sense now.
She joins us now to tell us her story. Irina, a very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us. As with all of the horrible stories of these women, girls, teenagers, children, it all starts off relatively innocently in the mind of the victim, who thinks, here's a benefactor, somebody, or Ghislaine, somebody's going to do something for me out of the goodness of their heart because they see that I have talent. And that is literally how you got hooked in, wasn't it?
That's exactly how he coerced me. He told me right away that he thought I had amazing talent and that he was a philanthropist and he wanted to help me. And he told me he wasn't expecting anything from me at all, which didn't turn out to be the case, unfortunately.
And how soon was it after you met him that you realized that this was something much darker and much more complex?
It escalated from the first day. It took me a very long time to understand what was happening to me was wrong. And for me to put it in a timeline, I can't really give you an exact time, but by the time I went with him to Palm Beach, Florida, I saw the inner workings of what really went on in his home life, because I was staying with him for a week. And that's when I realized how dark it could be, except that a lot of these things that he told me about, he did this outside of the United States. So I actually didn't witness it, but Jeffrey Epstein told me what he was into, and it's beyond what I've seen or heard from other victims and interviews. These are unnamed girls that are foreign. They're in foreign countries. He disclosed that he traveled to foreign countries to commit illicit acts with children. So that's when I really found out the true nature of who Jeffrey Epstein was.
And you yourself suffered, didn't you? At his hands. I mean, I don't want to say things for you, but it's up to you how far you want to describe, in a way, what you suffered.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is...
So the abuse began with on the first day. I didn't realize what was happening to me was sexual abuse. I was never given a lesson growing up. No one ever taught me how to say no. And so every time I went and saw Jeffrey for about 2 years, something did happen. But he made it seem like it was something that was great. I was completely manipulated. I didn't understand. And I, with the scholarship and other opportunities he offered me, I felt like it was an obligation. And then it was also a very dirty secret that I, didn't disclose to any of my friends.
Yeah, because you start feeling bad about yourself after a while, and it's like you don't want to tell nobody about that. And now it's like you already got yourself jammed up in it. Now we got another survivor here, you guys. It's getting deep right now. That's why I like doing it like this. I like doing it exactly this way. We got another survivor who described seeing Epstein's network of men up close. Let's keep on moving forward. And if you appreciate the content, because that's what we do, we dig and try to get all new information, because these are all brand new people that we haven't heard from before. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
Government still has the option of having a judge-led inquiry into Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor's links with paedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
Survivor Tisha Houseman wishes her friend Virginia Giuffre was alive to see the former prince arrested. Tisha's own experience of sexual assault features in the Epstein Files. She and Virginia vowed they would bring their abusers to justice, and she joins us now. Very good morning to you.
Thank you.
What an extraordinary story you have, because...
Now, Jeffrey Epstein was trading girls, all types of stuff. Now, remember the girl Pryor said he liked to go out of the country, right? Talking about, now you got to watch the way we weave it together. Come on.
You were at a party once with Jeffrey Epstein, but you were abused by his associates,
yes.
Jean-Luc Brunel. I mean, none of these people are still here to face justice.
Yeah, that's frustrating. That happened in 1991. I was in Paris as a young model, and I met Epstein, and that same week I was drugged and abused by Jean-Luc Brunel. He was at that time a really famous model agent in Paris. And, after that happened, I escaped Paris and just never went back until I reported him to the French police. But that was like 27 years later.
What was the link between Epstein and Jean-Luc Brunel? Were they working together? Did you feel as though what happened to you was something that they had managed or coordinated or planned?
There was something strange going on already in 1991 because we were at his apartment, so Brunel's apartment. I met, there were a lot of people from the fashion industry, but also a group of old rich guys together with really young girls, and they came from Eastern European countries and Russia. And they were all scouted by Brunel, and he paid for the ticket. They were put in an apartment somewhere, and probably they had to go out with these old men. And I spoke to a Russian girl, and I was introduced to this guy. He took her on his lap, and he was like caressing her back. And I remember that we started to talk about that. He said something like, "It's important for your career that you, like, that a man like Brunel is enthusiastic about you."
How old were you?
18. I just turned 18.
But the girl you were talking to and the man whose lap she was on, that was Jeffrey Epstein.
That was Jeffrey Epstein.
And how old do you think that girl was?
Well, I was barely 18 and she was younger.
Younger than you?
Yeah, definitely.
And
oh boy, we're going to keep on moving forward. Y'all do your boy a favor, because we'd like to get that work together. We do it every single day. This is Our Bottom Line, facts, trending topics, and much, much more. Please, if you really appreciate the content, come on now. I'm seeing that we ain't even got 200 likes up in here. It's my birthday. Y'all can't give your boy 200 likes? I'm trying to get to 500. Y'all can't give me 2? Oh boy. I don't know what's going on with y'all, but I'm going to just keep on moving because I got a good show that I got to show today. And if you guys don't appreciate it, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm already up in here festive. I got the show going good. Come on now. You can't. All right. Y'all want to do that? Okay, cool. No, I'm just playing with y'all. But I really would appreciate it if you could go ahead and smash that like button, hit the notification bell, bell down there so that you know we're on. And come on now, if y'all really appreciate it, subscribe to the channel. It's free. It's my birthday. Come on now, y'all ain't got to be cheap with the love. Come on now, let's keep on going. Happy birthday, Bugatti. Thank you so much, Colessa. Thank you, I appreciate that. There we go. That's right, it's my birthday. It's still early. They still sleeping. No, come on in. We got to go because we going down into the parade after this. We're not going to be going long like normally. I'm just lying. Come on now, you know we're going to go long. We're going to keep on doing what we got to do. But I'm going to try to get you guys as much information as possible before you guys got to get out of here and do what you guys got to do. How I'd snake, I can say these words, how I'd fake Jeffrey Epstein's and uggle him out. This is just an idea for us to think about of how someone probably did something, but they said that they didn't do it, and then they probably did, but now they're trying to cover it up like they didn't do it. You know what I mean, right?
If you were tasked with making the world believe that Jeffrey Epstein was dead and getting him out of that prison without anyone knowing to wherever he's going to go to get facial surgery and live out his life, how would you do it?
Oh, you would take out the body, whether it's a body double or, you know, made out of silicone or whatever, take it out in full view of everybody. That's how I would do it. Let as many people as possible see this body so that reasonable people can agree to disagree.
They did do that. If you...
And that was our one to grow on. They did do that, didn't they? Yeah, if you was trying to do it, how would you do it? Might as well do it in front of everybody so everybody be like, yo, no, we see. So now everybody got the same story. Here's a story about Epstein's, opportunities like that coming once in a lifetime to see the thoughts of someone that's that smart and how they would go about doing something that manipulative, that manipulating. Yes, special detectives and people like that, they can orchestrate certain things. The same way they can orchestrate suicides and make it look like Virginia Roberts Dufresne is no longer, committed a suicide. I don't want to get in no trouble. Certain words you got to surf on. Now we got a situation in New York. Let me see if I can hit it, you guys. And if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. That's right, you guys. But be careful. Is that a cab? Yes, it was, and yes, it is. New York, New York. There's a woman that was mowed down by an out-of-control livery cab. I know one thing. They're talking about 8 weeks before she's walking again. If that's true, I want to just tell God, thank you so much for making sure that these two women are still alive with us. I want you guys to understand we're about to see a graphic video right here. So please, if you got something that you're eating right now, or you probably got a weak stomach, you might want to look away because this is a pretty crazy one right here, you guys. Got a crazy situation. I need you guys to check this out if you can handle it. Only if you can handle it. I'm not talking about everybody because it's going down right here. Let's go. Now they just chilling, thinking they hanging out. But look what happens. That's the woman mowed down by out-of-control New York City taxi. Says it will be 8 weeks before they walk again. Don't move your head. Don't move away from this camera right here. And there'll be no talking. Everybody involved, the driver, both passengers, and the woman on the sidewalk were all hospitalized, but in stable condition, okay? This is my stop. Oh yeah, y'all saw that. Yes, Jordan Dowdy, I really appreciate the $20 super chat. Everybody thank Jordan. Happy birthday, big dog. I appreciate you. DZDs What's the goal of showcasing this? Nothing at all. Just wanted you to see that right there so that you guys can see what happened, because, I mean, it's news. That's what's the purpose, to show you guys what happened. That's the whole purpose right there. And to let you know that all of them are in stable condition. They got them out of there. Everybody's been hospitalized, but they all safe. They all good. They got them out of there. Yeah, there's no video of them getting out of there, but you guys saw that. And that was on the Post. So the Post is the ones that put that up. I am just showing it to you guys, just to show you, like, 1 minute you're just hanging out. The next thing you know, something like that can happen. Enjoy life, precious life. Believe it. And I just want to thank God that they're saying that they only got a little bit of injuries and they're going to be okay. I think that's going to be I think that's a miracle right there. And hopefully the person that was behind the wheel didn't have any like a attack or anything like that, because you know that could actually happen too as well, you guys. I want to pray for the families of everybody involved and every one of the victims, that they have a 100% recovery in this situation. Amen. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Yes, it's news, and yeah, everybody reports have different news. Keep on moving forward, you guys. What else we got? We got to get on over to these far left mayors who are teaming up to oppose the agenda. Want to know what you guys think about this? Let's go. You know, we try not to, go into another video without showing respect before we show respect to something like that. It's not funny. It's not a good thing. I'm not showing you guys that for no particular reason, but it is in the news, so I definitely want you guys to see what's going on, as well as to be happy and joyful that they're going to be okay. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
6 of the country's most far-left mayors forming their own coalition to exchange policy ideas and fight so-called...
Wonder who these mayors are, huh, guys?
Federal government overreach. The group includes New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, as well as the mayors of LA, Oakland, Boston, and Seattle. Host of the Hannah Faulkner Show and Last Chance to Save Our Republic author Hannah Faulkner joins me now. Hannah, the one commentator writing, and I thought this was perfect, quote, "If you're a taxpayer, it's like Freddie and Jason teaming up to create your worst nightmare." Pretty accurate description, Hannah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's really frightening, and I think this raises a broader question of when are we going to define what an American looks like? Is it just a piece of paper? Is it a citizenship? Or is it the values that one holds? And I think Charlie Kirk was warning a lot about this leading up to his assassination last September, and that ideas like Islam are diametrically opposed to Western civilization and what our country was founded upon. So if we really want to solve this crisis, just like the 5 radical mayors you just mentioned, we're going to have to get back to the heart of it. And what does it mean to be an American citizenship? Is it a citizenship? Is it a piece of paper? Or is it the values that one holds dear?
So to that point, do you have any doubt that the real goal of this coalition is ultimately to import their far-left ideology beyond the borders of their own cities?
I think that's their end goal.
That's a good quote right there. So they officially organized for I see that 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Made a lot of sense with that one.
I mean, many of these people are not born in the United States of America. They do not hold ideas that our founding fathers would be happy. I mean, if our founding fathers had even an inkling of what the leaders of this great nation would become in 2026, I think that they would really find their fight for freedom was in vain. And you even think about the men who stormed the beaches of Normandy, giving their lives, knowing that they were going to die. I can only imagine if they knew what they were dying for.
All right, you guys. You know, we got to play all sides over here. We let everybody get their run, no matter what's going on, because there's more than one party out there. We got to get on over to this ex-Marine situation where a Senate candidate speaks out during the Iran Wills-Nor, gotta say it like that, protest in Senate. Let's go over here. This what you got for me? Because I know you've been ready to get this to me since yesterday. I've been trying to duck this video.
This is Democracy Now! I'm Amy Goodman.
Go
on Capitol
Amy.
Hill
Get
last
it
week,
off.
a Marine
Go
Corps
ahead,
veteran
girl.
and candidate for Senate in North Carolina suffered a broken arm after he disrupted a Senate hearing to voice his opposition.
And you guys remember this video. I'm not saying it in a bad way. If you watch this show every day, all the time, you remember this video. And you remember when he was being pulled out of Congress, what was that, a deposition? He had stated something and they were trying to remove him from there, right? He put his arm in the doorway and they pulled it and all you heard was Captain Crunch. So that's the only reason I was like, oh, this video right here is the second follow-up to that video. If you guys remember that like a couple of days ago when we watched that video.
To the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran. The veteran, Brian McGinnis, was forcefully pulled through a door by Capitol Police. His arm became stuck in the door and broke. Brian McGinnis interrupted the meeting while Senator Dan Sullivan was speaking. Sullivan's chair of the Armed Services Subcommittee.
Our next witness is the Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Goering.
Israel is the reason for this war. America does not want to fight this war for Israel. Come on, let's go.
I don't want to watch that again.
America does not want to send its sons and daughters to war for Israel. You're innocent.
Just a reminder to all our witnesses.
Stand up as a Marine.
Not watching it again.
The Capitol.
Nope, 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 no, no. Not watching that again. Y'all know what happened. We not No, not watching that again. I'm not watching that again. I'm not watching that again. Tanya Zimmerman, happy St. Patrick's Day. Everybody show Tanya some love for the happy birthday wishes. I'm not watching no more of that video like that because that's all I hear. It took me like 2 days to forget about it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes, look, Kalesa, I gotta plug my ears on that part. I'm out. Look, y'all want to laugh? Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not playing it. 2 lost their lives in a fatal crash on the Southern State Parkway, though, in Long Island. This is a bad one. We got to report what happens in the news, especially the top stories. Let's get on over to Long Island and see what happened with this one right here on the Southern State Parkway out here. And this happened like on a late night.
Breaking news out of Long Island. You're looking at the brutal aftermath of a crash that killed at least 2 people on the Southern State Park.
Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate is live in Lakeview with more. Phil.
Yeah, Tanya, Pedro, good morning. And right now we're following the latest following this fatal car crash that happened on the Southern State that left 2 people dead and 6 others injured. Right now, the Southern State hasn't opened. We're near exit 17 right now, but we're told this happened around 10:15. A car that was traveling westbound, unfortunately, lost control and ended up on the eastbound lanes. Let's pop up that video for you right now. This was a scene just hours ago. The damage to these 6 vehicles we're told that were involved is just eye-opening. Multiple cars appear to be in a mangled mess, no longer in its proper form, metal parts squashed and windows shattered. It really just paints the picture of how serious that moment of impact was. Investigators were on scene this morning following the chaos, piecing this all together and looking for
every single one of those vehicles got the airbags deployed.
For any other information. Right now, it's still unclear how fast that vehicle was going that was in the westbound lane before it had lost control, but the latest is 2 people are dead, 6 others injured. We're still waiting for the identity of
I ain't do nothing.
Those victims to be released. We are live in Lakeview this morning. I'm Phil Tate, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Oh man, we got to do 2 now. We got 2. Yeah, we got 2. I want to pray for these 2 as well as that ex-Marine's arm. Yeah, y'all, we're going to have to pray for him. I don't know what's going on with that, and I'm hoping that he's healing well. I would love to pray for the ex-Marine. I would love to pray for his arm, that it heals well. It doesn't matter, no matter what you're doing, you guys. I think that they should have paid much more attention to the way that they was bringing him out. That other guy just was like, oh, let me lift him off of his seat and just pull him. Of course that would work. And sir, when you see us already getting to that point, don't stick your hand nowhere like that where it can get broke. I think this was a collective effort to do a lot that was not unnecessary. And because of that, he broke his arm. I'm hoping that he gets 100% recovery. And there's 2 people right here that lost their lives. I want to pray for their families, all of the victims, everybody that may be hurt. I want to say that I'm praying for a speedy recovery for every single person involved. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Oh, yeah, God, we got to keep on moving now. Let's go. We got to get on over to this illegal immigrant that was charged in an alleged groping situation. We're doing a follow-up on this story, you guys. You remember this story because they said that he may be getting out and he probably is going to be going back to the school once he get a bond. He can be let back into the school. This is going to be coming out of, where we coming out of with this? This is Fairfax County.
Is charged with 9 counts of assault and battery for allegedly groping female classmates in the halls of Fairfax High School in Virginia. The principal wrote a letter to parents saying, quote,
We are writing to share the news of the recent arrest of a student who was charged with inappropriately touching other students at school. These incidents involved the student touching students' buttocks.
Meanwhile, he is an illegal immigrant inside of the schools doing this. And it's been reported for a bunch of times that this guy's been doing this now. Not just once, not 2 times. I'm talking about 30 over the course of months he's been groping. Do me a favor, you guys, because we need to get stories like this out to much more people. How do we do that? We hit that like button. YouTube sends up a notification, and then the next thing you know, people see our header, and then they get a chance to go ahead and hit it and see these stories like this. These are the type of stories I say that we need to be letting children see, not children, but at least like preteens, the ones with the possibilities of being affected by people like this. Why? Because and correct me if I'm wrong. Well, let's say if you're going to have a situation where something like this happens, at least you want them to be prepared for it. Or let's say, call me, text me, make sure you're on make sure I got you on my GPS. Mom, you're always so. Well, this is the reason why. Because sometimes you need to show why you're so much on the child, you're so much on your children, grandchildren, or your nieces and nephews. Sometimes it's better to explain with what's going on so they can understand and see where you're coming from. That's what I'm saying. And you guys can determine who or when or where they need to hear these stories. Or not me, but maybe you can.
While they were transitioning in the hallways. Stephanie Lundquist Aurora is the mother of 3 students in the Fairfax County School System and the Fairfax chapter leader of the Independent Women's Network and a contributor for Independent Women Features. I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, Stephanie. This student was, the parents were not alerted about what happened with these students until several weeks later and until the parents started complaining to the school. Is that correct?
It's true, and it's really shocking because my son attends a middle school where there was racist language used, which is undoubtedly a problem, but we were notified immediately when that happened. And in this case, sexual assault, the school principal waited 2 weeks to alert the community, and that was only after pressure from the parents. Really, Rachel, I think this entire horrifying situation is the direct consequence of policy with really dysfunctional priorities, and that's to shield illegal adult immigrants at the expense of children's safety, even in their public schools.
So let me explain this to our viewers a little bit more clearly. An illegal can come into or register into the public schools with 0 documentation. Is that correct?
That's absolutely the case.
So we don't know how old they are. They could be 25 and just look young.
That's right. In the school policy, the district policy is that they can attend Fairfax County Public Schools at the taxpayer's expense until they are 22 years old. So even if they look, if they look 22 and maybe not even then, they're not seeking their documentation because by definition, this is by design, they're undocumented. So we have no idea how old a lot of these people are.
I want to read you what the Fairfax high school said, because we reached out to the Fairfax High School and the school district. They did not give us a statement, but they did tell the local news, Channel 7 in Virginia, this. They said, while Fairfax County Public Schools is unable to comment on specifics due to federal and state privacy laws, we prioritize student and staff safety. We fully investigate anytime someone shares that an incident has occurred.
So you could be an illegal, coming to the school, they ain't got no background on you, no nothing. Just be in there doing whatever you want to do, and months going by, and they don't want to report it because they don't want to look bad. Crazy.
At school, or that they do not feel safe at school. What's your reaction to that?
It's so ridiculous. I wonder in their definition, what is safety? Because the mothers claimed that the school officials told them that when the Ortiz, the perpetrator or the alleged perpetrator, is out of jail, he will be allowed to attend the school again. Is that keeping the children safe? That's not safety.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He was charged with assault and not sexual assault, which would have had a higher penalty as well.
Wow, yo, what is going on out here, man? That is bananas right there. I can't believe it. I just can't. Do me a favor, if you guys appreciate the content, we got to be able to get those likes up to get more people over here to see what's going on. Certain children are bugging, but I still have hope for you guys. I still have hope, and I believe that children are future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. You got to start learning early though. Got to get them while they're early, yo, because when they start getting a certain age, it's a wrap. Let's get on over to Washington, where we got these 2 teens have been, arrested. And they caught the GUNs, and they caught them at the Navy Yard. Check this out. And the crazy thing about this is, it seems like a sort of really Grand Theft Auto-ish. I still watch the game on the video and on Instagram sometimes, and I watch how the other kids play. Sometimes they just really, if you watch them, they actually really act the same way on the game that they do when they outside. It's crazy. I'm talking about, it's almost a spitting image. This kid gets like Jill's note. 4 people, boop, 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 more than that. He gets right up, puts his hoodie on, and just walks around. It reminds me of when you get better health, when they bring you back to health on the game and you just pop up. This is crazy. I just can't believe it.
Another teen meetup turned mob has police calling on parents to step up.
The incident involving violence, but thankfully nobody was seriously hurt. Let's get to Stephanie Ramirez. She has more details from Navy Yard this morning. Steph?
Hey guys, good morning. And there has been an increased police presence here at Navy Yard all morning that we've been seeing. Is still this incident, though, we can tell you there were laws changed this past summer trying to address what's been going on really since the pandemic. Now, this is some of the video showing the chaos that happened this past weekend shared to social media. DC police saying Saturday night mayhem included a 15-year-old firing a gun into the air, getting stopped by the National Guard, one child getting robbed of their shoes and a jacket, another person going to the hospital after being assaulted and robbed, and a 16-year-old taken into custody after Secret Service says they stopped a rideshare vehicle and saw the teen try to ditch a gun from that vehicle. We're told groups of teens started to gather in the park near the Navy Yard Metro at around 6:30 Saturday night, and then some 2 hours later, the crowd had grown to around 200. 2 weekends ago, Navy Yard was one of the areas designated as a juvenile curfew zone, part of the newer law that limits the number of teens that can gather in a public space from 8 to 11 at night, and then the citywide...
He gets up, puts his hoodie on, I'm fine, like, power up, power up, power up, and still ready to go. That's what I'm saying, yo. When it get like that, you know we up against a lot. I don't want to keep on playing the pow-powing because, you know, I don't want to, you know, with them folk doing they thing and the thingamajang on the other side, 2 times 7, you know what I mean? I don't want to keep on playing that. So let's go. We got to keep on moving forward now because we got this situation right here. Let me ask you a question. You ever see somebody say, yo, my phone bill needs to be paid, or, you know, it's time to pay this bill or that bill, and you step up and say, it's not that much. I'll take care of it for you. Or you let them give you the money and you pay it on your phone, on your credit card, because they don't have a credit card. Have you ever done that before? Paid somebody's utility bill, maybe like their Spectrum bill, the internet or something like that, and then you ask them, hey, don't leave my card linked to your account. Excuse me, don't leave the card. Guess what, you guys? We got this Florida lady who's stuck with someone else's bill. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bill? Can you pay my automobile? Can you pay my... I don't think you think so. Here's the story right here, you guys. We're going to go over and get this story right quick. I want you guys to see what's going on in Florida because they always provide good information when we look for it. We got a situation where she's stuck with owing the $800, y'all.
$884. That is ridiculous.
That Orange County woman said a cell phone company kept her card on file and charged her for months without her permission.
She told Action 9 she made a one-time payment on someone else's Spectrum account, then got hit with extra charges.
Yeah, and consumer investigator Jeff Deal joins us live in studio with us now. And Jeff, she claims she specifically told him not to add her card to the account.
Uh-oh, Angel, somebody got you. Angel said, I'll never do that again for anybody.
Greg, that's why she's so frustrated and just wants a refund. She said Spectrum asked her if she wanted the card added to that account. She said no.
Realizing when it comes to money, many people need a hand up from time to time.
Then we got somebody in the comments that's like, she did it. How many of you guys think that she did it?
Norma Brown said she was just trying to help by offering to make a payment on a Spectrum cell phone plan that wasn't hers.
So I put it on my debit card and paid it that day. They asked me, you know, is this a one-time use? And I said yes. And then they also asked me, do I want them to save my information?
Even though still married, she's separated from her husband. They live apart, he has his own phone plan, and they have separate bank accounts. So when she made the one-time payment, Norma claims she made it clear her card was not to be added to the account.
And then they also asked me, do I want them to save my information? Which I said no.
That was back in August.
Well, technically, if it's not divorced, you guys are still married, and any bills that you incur is together, ain't it? I'm just saying, I don't know.
She showed us paperwork indicated it was even listed as a one-time payment on the account. It wasn't until December she realized Spectrum kept hitting her card with monthly charges in September, October, November, and December, totaling more than $800. After contacting Spectrum in December, her card was removed from the account. According to Norma, she was promised a refund by January 18th, but that date passed and the money still hadn't been restored to her credit union account.
And because of their account protection, you cannot log in to get your number out. You got to get a new card. It's kind of like that for Now That's TV, because I'm about to do that myself. They keep on charging and you can't take your card off. So you got to go to the bank and say, I lost my card or something like that in order for them to stop that card with those numbers. And then that's a good thing sometimes, because when you do that, you have a whole bunch of stuff that's connected to that card that you don't even know about. But then when certain things have to get synced back up, it starts contacting you and you're like, wait a minute, I ain't messing with that. I ain't messing with that. Of course, you got to pay the bills and everything, but sometimes there's things that get linked to your card, like Venom, that don't want to come off. That's right. You guys know Venom, how hard it is to get Venom off that black suit. Sometimes they stick to you like Venom.
Past 3 months, it's been very frustrating.
Under federal law, companies are required to obtain clear consent before keeping a card on an account for recurring charges. If you must use auto payments for an account, it's best to use a credit card if possible. There are more consumer protections. If a company charges when you didn't give consent for recurring payments, contact them right away. Demand they remove your card. Then notify your bank or credit union to let them know about any unauthorized charges and give them notice you want to revoke payments to that company. It's best to do it in writing.
I don't think that she's lying though. Spectrum can be shifty. They had to send me some money back one time.
In this case, we reached out to Spectrum to ask about Norma's claims and her refund. A spokesman said someone from Spectrum's customer care department would reach out to her last Thursday. Norma said that didn't happen, leaving her frustrated with a problem she believes should have been resolved months ago.
I just want my money back in my account. That's all I'm asking for.
And Spectrum did contact her this week and promised a refund, but so far she has not received that money. I also asked Spectrum if it's standard practice to add a card to an account for recurring transactions after a one-time payment, and what kind of consent it gets to retain the card information for these types of payments. So far, it has not responded. Live in the studio, Jeff Deal, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
So when they owe you money or when you like gotta get off their account and when it's a wrap, I'm like, look, I don't want this equipment no more. I don't want this crap because y'all, I want to be out of here. They sent me this debit card right here from Spectrum. Yeah, they sent me that. And they had the money on there. You got to access it through the card. But yeah, you got to be on top of them. Yeah. Bro got a Spectrum card. I was not playing with them. I'm like, yo, give me my money back. Yo, I got a YouTube channel. I will roast y'all. Mr. Such and Such, we're going to get your card, your money over to you immediately. Sent me that card, like my grandmother said, as fast as a cat can look at there. You know, it was about $48 or whatever like that. But I want my money. Spectrum don't need my money. Give me all my money back. Give me all that. Talking about some equipment fees. We're not playing around with y'all. Get your money. And you guys need to start looking up in this in the AG in the city and in your state that you might have some money that's owed to you. Sometimes you can put your name in and see what type of money that's owed to you. Might be an old bill. Might be something that they had a class action lawsuit go to. Sometimes you need to check and see. Run your name. Don't be scared. You ain't got no felonies, do you? Just keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to go on over to Philadelphia. I would like to pray first for this tragic event. I don't even know how I'm going to say this to you guys, but I'm going to try my best. It seems as if we had a DUI situation in Philadelphia where the ambulance driver himself is allegedly under the influence and caused a major accident where an infant is no longer with us. Yes, you guys, an infant, lost life of an infant. Amen. I want to pray for this family as well as the baby. I'm doing this one first before we even play it. Got to get on over to Philadelphia, you guys. Let's go. Don't ask why I'm playing it because any other network get to play their news. I want to show you guys what's going on, and I still got coverage. Yo, Boogotti, why you not playing the thing about the baby in Philadelphia? You biased? See what I'm saying? Keep on going, y'all.
Action News has obtained surveillance video showing the moments after a tragic crash involving an ambulance in Frankfurt. An infant was killed and the baby's mother is now badly injured. That ambulance driver is suspected of being under the influence. Action News reporter Catherine Scott is live on the scene in Frankfurt for us this morning with what we're learning about this terrible crash. Catherine?
That's right. We're at the intersection where it happened in Frankfurt. The bumper flew off one of the vehicles, and you can see it still right over there this morning, though most of it has been cleaned up. But sources say the driver of the...
Do me a favor. Let's get rid of MHD123. I tried to get rid of him, but something's going on. So I need you guys to help me. Anybody? Hakata. Let's get him up out of here. I'd appreciate that. I don't know who you calling the clown. Get up out of here. Thank you.
Ambulance is actually a family member of the mother and baby. Police saying he will face charges, including driving under the influence.
So sad, it hurts my heart. I'm just praying for them.
This is surveillance video obtained by Action News. You see the MedStar ambulance in the intersection of Torresdale and Harbison in Frankfurt. It hits a car, strikes a pole, and flips to its side. The other vehicle then crashes into the building.
Yeah, you guys, I don't want to play no more of that. We're going to keep on moving, you guys, because that's pretty crazy right there. Let me know that you're still with me. I think we froze up or something like that. Are you guys still here? Are you guys still with me? Actually, I see myself, but I don't see no chat, so I don't know what happened. Is it me? I don't know. We're going to keep on going. We might have another situation like the last time, but we're going to keep on moving, you guys. Let's go. South Florida rally shows support for protesters in Cuba. I got to keep on moving forward because South Florida is showing love for the protesters that's in Cuba. Happy St. Patrick's Day, y'all. I'm going to keep on moving. Even if they're going to shake me, I'm going to keep on working until it's over. Let's go.
The Cuban government reports the vandalism was mainly directed at the building's exterior, while a smaller group was inside setting reception furniture on fire. Local 10's Magdala Luisan is live in Little Havana with reaction from local Cuban Americans. And Magdala, what have they been telling you today?
Yeah, Sanella and Bridget, these people behind me have been calling for freedom for Cuba. This is a last-minute gathering outside of the Cuban Cafe, Versailles here. You can see this group of people with the Cuban flag waving it. And these folks telling us that they are coming out here after seeing the large amount of people in Cuba who have been brave enough to speak out against the regime. And they say if they can do this in Cuba and be that brave, then the Cubans here in South Florida can do the very same. And essentially these people are speaking out in solidarity of the Cubans living in Cuba, obviously, who are, you know, fighting against what they say the regime is keeping them from, their basic needs right now. They don't have water, power at this moment, so they are fighting for their basic needs, and these Cubans here in South Florida are standing in solidarity with Cubans there. I spoke with one woman who's been following the videos online of the protests happening in certain cities in Cuba, and she tells me that she is proud of her people. Take a listen.
I'm proud of my people. I'm proud of the Cubans that went out. We know that we face, when you go out in Cuba, you face a real danger because we know that the regime punishes people that speak and go against the dictatorship. So I'm proud of them.
They just entered today in what they call Option Zero in Cuba, which is zero power, zero food, zero gas, zero everything.
And so while this was a last-minute gathering, it sure has grown, the crowd of people out here.
I like to show support for Cuba. I like to show support for everybody over there. I don't think that's wrong. I mean, I think they're good. We're here. Keep doing the work. I thought that they was going to shake me, but they didn't. We straight, you guys. Don't worry about it. I thought it was something, but I had to reset the joint. But even if it is, I'm going to come right back on because we got to fill the slot. And I got to keep on working no matter what, you guys. And another thing I need you guys to do, just in case, I need you guys to subscribe to this channel. you got to hit that subscribe button, because sometimes certain things happen that is beyond my power. And you see, I really try to walk a fine line with certain things. Got to get a little finer. Got to get a little finer. We're going to get on over to Connecticut right now. I think we're good because I see you guys chat. And I want to thank you for the super chat. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Connecticut, where lawmakers propose a ban on styrofoam takeout containers. I think this is a long time coming. Long time coming, you guys. Plastic, styrofoam, and much more. Thank you so much, Mark J207. I appreciate you. Who else we got up in the building? Suzette. Thank you, Shannon, for sharing. Also, you guys, do me a favor. Let me ask you a question. So far, you guys like what you're seeing in the show? Do you like the content? Are you appreciative of it? If you are, can you go ahead and hit that like button? I really would appreciate it. I get up real early in the morning, styling and profiling for you guys, trying to make sure that we're staying festive. Even on my birthday, I'm working. Busting the sweat too. Look at me. And working hard too. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. I know we can get those numbers better than where they at right now. I know we can.
And first up tonight, listen up. If you enjoy restaurant takeout, who doesn't? A proposed bill wants to ban some types of to-go containers and limit restaurants from giving you plastic silverware. Similar proposals have been introduced before, but failed. Your reporter Katie Cohen explains how this could all impact you.
If you're a big fan of takeout, you might be seeing a lot more of these cardboard to-go containers and a lot less plastic silverware sets and condiment packets. There's a bill making its way through the state legislature right now that plans to make this big change for restaurants. Acme Burger is brand new to downtown Middletown. In their first 90 days, General Manager Brandon Bullock says it's been a hit.
A lot of foot traffic, a lot of families, kids.
The franchise chose to use cardboard to-go containers instead of styrofoam.
What's wrong with that? Y'all got a problem with this? I don't think there's nothing wrong with cardboard cardboard to go. What do you think about that? How can I do the surveys on your page? We got rid of them. We don't do them anymore. Now we're going to be getting into other stuff, like actually finding links where you guys can actually, I forgot what they call it, but I got somebody working on that, and we're going to get into that really soon. I don't have no problem with using the cardboard, to be honest with you guys. I think styrofoam is still like plastic, isn't it? And I don't want to eat off of anything that's plastic or styrofoam like that. They used to have like the hot wings and all of that, the plastic containers when I was eating like Chinese food with all the hot fries and everything. Sometimes the fries would burn through the container. Yeah, real talk. Let's keep on moving forward. Cardboard is cool, right? Should not use the styrofoam, always use paper. Happy birthday, Bugatti. Thank you so much. I think that is great too. Cardboard is better. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
Styrofoam ones. Brandon says that was a good decision after hearing about a new bill that wants to ban styrofoam and also stop restaurants from handing out plastic silverware and condiment packets unless a customer asks. Although that would save him money, Brandon worries about the inconvenience.
They'll pick up food and then they'll go picnic down at Harbor Park or something like that. So having the plastic accessible, it makes sense.
Representative Andre Baumgardner introduced this bill to the Environment Committee aiming to reduce waste.
We continue to export a lot of our trash out of state, and the cost of incineration within the state is escalating. And so we have an opportunity to manage our waste sustainably.
During a public hearing on Friday, the Connecticut Hospital Association raised concerns. They said while they support efforts to reduce waste and single-use plastics, it would be extremely onerous in hospitals and rehabilitation facilities.
They are the institutions that are going to be implementing this law, and we want to make sure that they're doing so effectively, and in doing so that it won't be too burdensome.
Back on Middletown's Main Street, we did find one restaurant using styrofoam containers. That's where Caitlin DeFrank stopped for dinner.
Yes, it is my birthday today. Thank you so much, Richard. It definitely is.
Supports the styrofoam ban.
They just have to see what's cheap for the companies, but yeah, I think we would ban it because I'd rather have plastic, go home with plastic.
If the bill gets passed and is signed into law, the changes would go into effect in 2028.
No, I don't feel the same way about the straws. I want you guys to be clear on this with me. I do not feel the same way about those paper straws. I think they're even worse because once they left in something warm, then you see like the whole glue strip comes out of them. I don't know if I had the wrong ones, but I don't like the paper straws. I'm not with that. I don't think the plastic straws are good either. I have metal straws. They probably not even good for you. Might have to get bamboo up out this piece.
I'm your reporter, Katie Cohen, Channel 3.
You might have to start getting some bamboo straws or something like that, you guys. I don't know. Hollowing out sticks. You know what I'm saying? Or something. Because they're giving us less and less options. If you appreciate the content that you're getting right now, I'd appreciate you to double tap that screen and get those likes up. It's St. Patrick's Day. It's my birthday, you guys. And thank you so much for being here to hang out with your boy. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Let's get it. Come on now. We got to get on over to NATO. We got a situation where Trump is issuing an ultimatum over this what's going on here. And he says, don't move in a bad future way. That's right. He wants some support. And if you guys are going to be out there getting the oil, you might as well support, right?
Message to NATO warning allies could face a, quote, very bad future if they don't help reopen the Strait of Hormuz and deal with the Iran threat. Here to weigh in is U.S. Ambassador to NATO, Matt Whitaker. Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for joining us. Here is the exact quote from the president yesterday. It's only appropriate that people who are the beneficiaries of the Strait will help to make sure that nothing bad happens there. If there's no response or if it's a negative response, I think it will be very bad for the future of NATO. I want to ask you the difficult question in forecasting your boss, but what do you think the president means by that?
Well, first of all, let's, set the facts straight. The Iranian regime continues to threaten global trade and energy security by blocking the Straits of Hormuz and only letting certain traffic go through. There are a lot of folks that benefit. The United States of America is a net energy exporter. We have plenty to supply our own country. And so this is about other countries, including China, including our NATO allies that receive oil and gas from the Gulf. And ultimately, that security of the Strait of Hormuz is in their interest. And so he is absolutely right to suggest that our allies need to help us and support our efforts in making sure that the Iranian regime no longer has ballistic missiles, Shahed drones, or developing a nuclear weapon. And all of these things add up to...
Happy birthday, Bugatti. That's what it add up to. I don't want to play no more of that. You guys see what he was talking about, and that's enough. That's it. Seattle. Researchers are investigating rare sightings of unidentified whales. That's right, you guys, whales. We haven't tagged them. We've never seen these before. Yeah, y'all. Getting into these whales real quick. Let me show you guys what's going on here. Sonar and all this crazy stuff. Maybe they'll leave us alone. We talk about the whales.
A rare sighting in Puget Sound has researchers buzzing. 3 killer whales that do not match any known catalog have been spotted traveling through our waters.
Fox 13's Lauren Donovan is trying to get to the bottom of this orca mystery.
Who are they? Why are they here in Puget Sound? And how are we just now finding out that they even exist?
It's unusual for us to not know who whales are in this part of the world.
Researchers say in over 50 years of studying killer whales, they've never seen them before.
We have 2 different populations of killer whales that come into Puget Sound, and we know every single one of them.
The transients and southern residents that we're familiar with all have alphanumeric IDs,
This is in Seattle, guys. Seattle.
recognizable markings.
These guys were not in any of the catalogs.
Researchers from the Orca Conservancy tell me, as far as they know, this has never happened before.
We know it's 3 of them. We know there's a male, a female, and then a young one whose sex we don't know yet.
And Wednesday, Tamara Kelly got close enough to film them, as did onlookers from Alki to Des Moines, documenting their journey south to Tacoma. Clips like these are helping researchers better understand these unexpected visitors.
They have marks on their bodies that look like they're from cookie cutter sharks.
The leading theory, these are the very same whales first documented in Alaska last year, then spotted again most recently in Vancouver Harbor.
So what we do know about them is they are mammal-eating ecotype, and so the consensus is they're from the Gulf of Alaska.
It's exciting solving this mystery, but why does it matter?
If they're ranging in here and especially if we see them come back or they're exploring more, that tells us that they have enough to eat here.
Meaning another natural predator in the ecosystem to manage seal and sea lion populations. Reporting in Puget Sound, Lauren Donovan, Fox 13 News.
Yeah, they wouldn't be there if there wasn't nothing to eat. That's common sense right there. Makes a lot of sense, you guys. They said it might be seals or whatever out there. Something that they're eating off of. Do your boy a favor, even the whales. We talk, yes, that's right. We're going to talk about the whales. It's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's St. Patrick's Day and my birthday. Let me see if you guys are still alive with me. Are you guys still with me? Let me know. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's go. We got to transform our health out here, you guys. You know, I did this morning. I like to see if this is going to actually work before I bring it to you guys. We got to get into it. What are we doing? Our health and wellness section. That's right. It's time to get into it, you guys. Transform your health with cold showers. What you talking about, Bugatti? Cold showers? Bugatti, I'm out on this one. No, don't go so fast. Trust me, when you hear the benefits of cold showers, might change your tune. You might just say, you know what? I might want to do that. I'm going to show you guys right now. Transform your health with cold showers with Dr. Berg. That's the name of the video. A guide to cold showers. I want to ask you guys a question. If you found a way to not be inflamed anymore, to make your body feel better at certain times after taking a shower, to be able to, instead of warm up, to cool down a certain type of way. You don't have to do this really dramatically. You don't have to do it overnight. But you may want to wean yourself into it when you find out all of the benefits it is that come along with transforming your health with cold showers. I'm telling you, I did it this morning, and already, the same day, I feel it. So there's 10 benefits of taking a cold shower. First of all, you know the main one, fellas. You need to calm down. You know what I'm talking about, right? And what I'm trying to tell you guys is you got to ease into it. There's certain takeaways that you're going to get from it. Let's get into it right now, you guys. I don't even want to wait because, you know, if it is what it is, let's get into it right now and get it over with. This is Transform Your Health with cold shower. Don't go nowhere. Trust me. Give it 2 minutes. You're going to be happy that you watched this video. I promise you. This is Transform Your Health with Cold Showers by Dr. Berg. This is his guide to cold showers. Dr. Eric Berg, DC. This is his channel. Stuff that I found out about cold showers. You wouldn't even believe it. Let's get into it, you guys. Go ahead. Let's go.
2 weeks, if you took a cold shower every single day, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to do a deep dive into this topic. Now, you may have heard of this guy called Iceman. He's wrote a book. He's done YouTube videos. He developed the Wim Hof method using things like ice baths, cold showers to improve your health. I'm going to talk about some of the benefits and the research revolving around using cryotherapy or cold therapy. Now, before you click off and say, there is no way in heck I'm going to ever take a cold shower, just hear me out, because there are some seriously positive benefits from doing this. And you can do it very, very gradually, so it's not very uncomfortable. Okay? No, I'm serious.
I did it this morning.
You would think that going out in the cold when it's rainy and it's cold, you'd get sick. That's because your parents told you to stay out of that rain. It's cold out there. You're going to get a cold. Just stay inside where it's nice and warm. Well, it just so happens that when you expose your body to the cold, and I'm not talking long term, just a short term, your immune system becomes enhanced. You get more monocytes and lymphocytes. These are white blood cells that fight off pathogens. You have a boost of T helper cells. The T helper cell is like the quarterback of the entire immune system.
Trust me, you guys. Once he explains it to me, I said, you know what? Let me try it. And it worked. Keep on moving, you guys. I got to get this commercial out the way. Sorry about that. I got you soon as this over. Yeah, propane. Or now this is going to be a shorter one. Okay, guys, double tap that screen. I need your help on this one. Let's go. Let's double tap that screen.
You also get a spike of T suppressor cells that help to calm down an overactive immune system. So they prevent too much destruction of the immune system. So it's kind of a system where your immune system is fighting things off, yet you have other factors that are making sure there's not too much collateral damage. So your immune system is enhanced when you expose it to cold, which is very, very counterintuitive. Number 2, you get a spike of noradrenaline. Noradrenaline is similar to adrenaline. And when they tested people that have anxiety, attention deficit disorder, depression, they usually have low noradrenaline. So by using this amazing method of exposing yourself to cold, you can spike noradrenaline and improve your overall mood. So if you're depressed, you can pull yourself out of that lower emotion. If you have anxiety, excessive worry, things like that, it can elevate your emotion. It can help your cognitive function, your focus, your memory. You can become more alert. So apparently our bodies have evolved over eons to adapt to things like cold, hunger, starvation. So our bodies through this process have developed certain type of adaptive survival mechanisms to improve our health, to survive better when exposed to cold and hunger and things like that. It's called the hormetic effect. And a hormetic effect is when you expose someone to a stress and then the body adapts and becomes stronger. Like exercise would give you a hormetic effect. Fasting would give you a hormetic effect. Taking a cold shower would definitely do it. All right, the next thing is that taking a cold shower is going to help you lose weight. How? Well, when you take a cold shower, you're going to trigger brown fat. Another term for brown fat is brown adipose tissue. So the sensation of cold is the main stimulus to stimulating brown fat.
And that's the reason why you don't want to do it, because that's the feeling. You get cold, but it's actually a good thing.
So the more cold, the more brown fat that you have. Now, what's so significant about this brown fat versus the white fat or white adipose tissue? Well, brown fat increases heat, energy, and metabolism. Your metabolism is going to be raised when you have more brown fat. You're going to lose more weight. And brown fat will also trigger more loss of white fat, which is the storage fat that you have in your body. Okay? So that's pretty cool. In fact, 100 grams of brown fat can burn 3,400 calories per day.
You literally can help. It helps you with your diet and everything. So
that's more calories than you potentially could eat in a given day. So we want more brown fat on our body. Another reason why it can help you lose weight, it can create an increase in insulin sensitivity. Okay? If you've been watching my videos, the more you improve insulin sensitivity, the less insulin that's going to be produced because it's going to work now, and there's going to be less resistance to insulin, and the more weight loss you're going to have, the better the blood sugars you're going to have. So if you have diabetes, you're pre-diabetes, and you take a cold shower, you're going to notice that your blood sugars actually come into check much better. And
it's a lot of smart stuff that you guys are saying. Somebody in the comments says, generally I enjoy being cooler. Like a lot of stuff that you guys are saying that he's going to be even bringing up. And you guys don't even know that what you're saying is a natural feeling that you're supposed to be having and natural responses. Okay, sorry about that.
Help with inflammation.
Inflammation?
They are anti-inflammatory. So if you have inflammation in your body, if you have some type of autoimmune disease, if you have arthritis, bursitis, tendinitis, taking a cold shower would be a very therapeutic thing. Number 6, cold showers can increase your overall antioxidant networks, okay? More antioxidants, the less DNA damage, the less risk of getting cancer and other diseases. Number 7, neuroprotection, okay? Cold showers help your brain. And so apparently cold activates the regrowing of neurons, okay? So that's pretty cool. And also, as a side note, when you're cold, you have a much better sleep. Now, this is within reason, okay? I mean, I'm not talking about freezing. I'm just talking about having the temperature a little bit cooler. You will sleep a little bit better.
Like a cool pillow with the AC on. Even if you got a blanket with the AC, that's just like, you out. When you sleeping like that, woo, that's some good sleep right there, you guys. Come on now, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, because now it's starting to make sense, huh? That's why I love you guys, because y'all give stuff a chance, and on the other side of it, y'all like, maybe I might try that. And y'all gonna love the trick. You're gonna be like, man, you mean to tell me I could do that? Every single one of you gonna say, I could do that, when he breaks down how he wants you to do it, and wean yourself into it. Watch, we're gonna play the whole thing.
Better. So another benefit I forgot to add on to this is sleep. All right, number 8, longevity. Why? Because cold showers stimulate autophagy, just like fasting stimulates autophagy. Autophagy is a condition that your body gets into where it's recycling old damaged proteins, okay? So if there's certain things that aren't working in the body, like their proteins or enzymes or their mitochondria or their plaquing in the brain, as in amyloid plaquing or whatever, your body's going to recycle all that and turn that into brand new proteins. The other cool thing about taking a cold shower is that it will help lower cortisol. That means it's going to reduce your stress. Okay.
Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, Timothy's link. Thank you so much, and happy birthday, Bubba. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Also, it's going to create better recovery. So if you're an athlete, okay, and you're sore and you need faster recovery.
You see why they do the ice baths for the football players and for the athletes. Now it's starting to make sense. It's not just the Kevin Hart trying to get in the ice bucket challenge.
Cold therapy is the way to go. I remember long ago when my wife and I went to the Dominican Republic, and I remember we walked off the beaten path and found this little oasis, this little like building, and they had all these different little baths, and they were like,
Timothy,
they looked like little jacuzzis, but some were really, really cold and some were really, really hot. They had like freezing, lukewarm, hot, really hot, and so on. And that was a really interesting introduction to cold therapy, because at first it didn't make sense to me. Why would anyone want to jump into some cold bath, right? But we both tried it out and it was freezing. But then of course we went into the warmer bath and the hot jacuzzi. And I remember feeling really incredible after doing that. My body was just like feeling amazing, and I slept great. And then I kind of forgot about it for some years. Now, coming full circle, here I am talking about exposing yourself to cold. So anyway, here's the 10 benefits of cold showers. And think about it. If you can experience these benefits from just a cold shower, I mean, you're already probably taking a shower every day. All you have to do is turn it to the cold.
No, you better be taking a shower every day.
For a little bit, and then turn it back to the hot. And I'm going to show you now what I would recommend. I would do this. When you're in the shower, start with the hot shower, okay? Get comfortable, get really hot, take the hot shower, feel comfortable, and then turn it to the cold, okay? I mean a nice cold shower, not lukewarm, but really cold, for about 30 seconds.
I did this
now,
today.
anyone can handle 30 seconds, right? And then turn it back to hot. And then just have that as your introduction to the cold. The next day you go in there, start to increase this 30 seconds to maybe 40 seconds, okay? And then the next shower, turn up to 50 seconds and gradually increase this to the point where you're taking a cold shower for 5 to 10 minutes. But if you do it gradually, it won't be that uncomfortable. In fact, the benefits that you're going to see are going to be mind-blowing, and you're going to finally realize you should have did this a long time ago.
Thank you so much for the birthday love, Ambitious Jamie. I really appreciate it. Ah, nice little picture up there too. Thank you so much, Jamie. Thank you, everybody. Show Ambitious some love. There you go.
What's interesting, you have all these feedback systems in the body that when you expose your body to a very cold sensation, it actually warms up the internal core of your body. You actually get more circulation internally. The flip side of that, when you take a hot shower, it actually cools down the inside of your core. This is why taking a hot shower before bed might be a good thing, because it's going to cool down your body and you're going to sleep better. The body sleeps better when it's slightly colder. But anyway, this might be an easy way to approach this cold shower, unless you want to just do it cold turkey and just jump right in. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is infrared saunas, okay? Use a lower temperature than a traditional sauna. So they use like 120 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit versus traditional saunas, which are 150 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, this has nothing to do with the cold therapy, but the only point I'm bringing it up is that it's not as hot as a traditional therapy, and there's some real interesting hormetic effects to infrared, which I will share in another video real soon.
You guys, y'all know who this is. You already know. I showed it to you a couple of days ago. You already know the doctor. But we want to share this video together because we have our own health and wellness section, and we cover so many different parts. The brain, we're going to get into psychiatric therapy. We're talking about home and garden with the Justice for All kits. As soon as we get up out of here and finish today, we're going to be hitting that hard all week and next week with the Justice for All, Our Bottom Line starter kits. That's right, you guys. Do me a favor. You want to watch this video, you can actually go to the link in the description because it's right there. It's going to be called Transform Your Health with Cold Showers by Dr. Berg. This is Dr. Berg's guide to cold showers. Again, Transform Your Health with Cold Showers, Dr. Eric Berg. You guys, love the fact that you're here and you like to watch stories like this. This is about a 10-minute video. We can always go back to it and watch it again and see what the main focal points are and what basically we can really get the strong education out of it. I would have never thought that so many benefits from a cold shower, inflammation, circulatory, so much more. What do you guys think about the video? Let me know in the comments. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. The best doctor on the internet. My house is at 64 in winter and 67 in the summer. Thanks, boo. I really appreciate you guys too. Groupon, baby. That's smoked. I'm looking for a salt cave. Okay, thanks, smoked. I'm looking for a salt cave. That's good with salt baths. Oh, I like that. I like that. That was a good one right there. If you guys appreciate the content that you're getting from me, because I had to go research. I didn't even know who the doctor was. I just got on to him because I wanted to make sure that I'm bringing you guys good content. So that's why I started going and making sure that we're using people like that and making sure that the content that they're giving us is official. So what I would like for you to do is double tap that screen to get those likes up. And yes, we about to hit the parade. But guess what? We still got more to go. We still got more to go. What's this? Yeah, you need to see this right here. You need to see what this dog did during his brother's emergency vet visit. He would not leave his side. And when you talk about somebody like a real brother right here, and it's not even the same brother, but he's another brother from another family, how they say it, a brother from another mother. If you see this loyalty right here with dogs, it's a shame that people can't be like this in real life. Families and real brothers. I'm not going to say that they can't, but wow, you need to see this right here. And brothers are probably like this. Let me know if you're this tight with your brother.
Every sibling relationship has its own unique bond, and that doesn't just apply to humans. Even man's best friend can form a powerful connection with another canine in the family. Aaron Cantrell introduces us to two brothers whose love for each other is impossible to break.
One thing I want to ask you guys, if you appreciate the video that you just saw from the doctor and you have not subscribed to the channel, can you go ahead and subscribe? Also, become a member. Hit that notification bell down there or just hit the like button. I'd appreciate that too. Let's go.
10-month-old Cane Corso Zeus is used to sitting right on top of his big brother, 4-year-old Silver Labrador, Drake.
Drake is Zeus's comfort zone.
A younger brother, always following in the other's paw steps.
Drake barks, Zeus barks. If Drake is okay with a human, Zeus is okay with the human. If Drake is not okay with the human, Zeus is not okay with the humans.
But about 3 weeks ago, Zeus...
Nice names. I know y'all gonna get me for that one.
...was not okay after being hit by a delivery driver.
He had air that was building up around his lungs, and that can happen from trauma. And when it builds up enough, it can make it difficult for patients to breathe.
The only way...
Hey, you need some help over there, Cinnamon Bread? I keep begging my hubby for an older dog that needs me. He thinks he can't handle it. I think he underestimates it. You want us to send him a whole bunch of emails? You need some help from us? Use the fam. Let us know. Thank you so much, y'all. Go ahead and get the memberships. I'm going to go ahead and snatch them, knock them out. Get y'all those memberships out there because somebody just dropped 10 memberships, and we appreciate you so much for that. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Let's go.
The owner, Aaron Moore, could get Zeus into the car.
I want you guys to see about this because when one of them got hurt, the other one wasn't trying to hear it. Watch this.
It builds up enough, it can make it difficult for patients to breathe.
The only way owner Aaron Moore could get Zeus into the car was if Drake came too. So the family rushed to Veg ER for Pets in West Nashville. The clinic's open concept model allowed the whole family, even Drake, inside.
Once they realized we had another dog in the car, they said, bring him in. And I said, are you sure? Because he's really protective over me. And they said, bring him in.
With Zeus badly hurt, his companion never left his side, Drake's head resting gently on his little brother. The two only separated briefly for x-rays.
Which took 2 seconds, but that 2 seconds, Drake was crying at the door. And then as soon as the x-rays were done being taken, they opened the door and they allowed Drake and all of us back in there.
Even during our interview, Zeus could not resist the brotherly love. And now he's getting better.
We just got his stitches taken out back here on his leg. The gashes on his head are healing. His road rash, which was under his armpit right here, it's still scabby, but it's starting to heal.
The brothers have left quite an impression on the ER staff.
This is one of the cases that reminds us why we love what we do, why we love emergency medicine.
And Moore says she'll always be grateful to the clinic for saving her pup.
They're not my animals, they're my kids.
And after all they went through, it's safe to say these two canines are definitely bros for life.
Good boys.
Aaron Cantrell, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Aaron. The doctor wants to remind drivers, if you hit a dog, you should get them to an ER vet as soon as possible.
Oh boy, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I love that video right there. I like to see dogs getting taken care of and people doing what they're supposed to do about these animals. I really do. But what's this right here? Oh yeah, I like that. I love it. I love it. See that right there? You see that? Look at the fur babies are so cute. They were cute, wasn't they? You guys appreciate that. Can I get the 7 more likes? That's all we need. Actually, I would like 70 more, but that's cool. I'll take the 7. All you got to do is hit that double tap right there, hit that like button. We'll be up to the numbers that we're asking for. But if you want, you can keep on hitting the like button. Nah, you only can hit it one time. I know I'm getting on your nerves, but I'm really trying to get people over here to see these stories. And plus, we don't know what's going on right now. We're going to see what happens. Let's keep on moving forward because now you need to see this right here. I love this story right here too. I like to see what these guys did. They found out that there was a beagle mill. And you know what they did? They went out there and made it happen. I know a lot of people in the comments right here are going to condone exactly what happened. There might be a couple of people that don't condone what happened in this video. But when you see the video and you understand what's going on, you'll really get an idea of what they do when it comes down to these farms. Farming dogs and what they do just to have a recycling or just a cycle of constantly making these dogs. And they don't care about the animals. You can tell by the way that they have them in these cages with all of the, where it's like they can just doodle right through the cage and it falls on the bottom. This is a crazy story right here, you guys. I think if I'm not mistaken, this is somewhere in Milwaukee where they basically had to go over there and do what they had to do and start breaking in the spot. Activists, activate. I'm all for it.
Animal rights activists storming a controversial dog breeding facility just outside Madison this morning. The Dane County Sheriff says half of the activists were either detained or arrested.
Some could face criminal charges now, but Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson just says the self-described rescuers got away with 23 beagles.
Mostly green team. Animal lovers from across the country came to Madison this weekend to prepare for what they call an open rescue. But on Sunday,
sometimes unexpected things occur.
They learned their planned dress rehearsal was really Act 1.
Rescue teams have just arrived on site at Ridgeland Farms, and we need to go there immediately.
As a trained support squad headed to the commercial dog breeding facility in Blue Mounds, we followed. We weren't the only ones. Shortly after 8 a.m. Sunday, a team of activists led by attorney Wayne Chung penetrated the perimeter of Ridgeland Farms, then tried to force their way inside the breeding barns. After failing to breach multiple doors, they punched their way in through a window, grabbing dozens of beagles from their cages and attempting to carry them to freedom.
I don't even know what's happening.
The chaotic scene left one transport van disabled, and Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett says
that poor dog's blood's on your hands.
They were able to stop 2 others.
Based off of our information at this point, all of those dogs were recovered.
But activists tell Fox 6 they still got 23 Ridgeland Beagles to an undisclosed rescue house.
Look how they're milling these dogs, though.
Ridgeland Farms spokesman Jim Newman says that matches the number they count missing.
I would hope that most Wisconsin residents would see something like this and be turned off by the idea of breaking in using sledgehammers, using saws.
Newman says the activists did substantial damage and committed serious crimes.
There are actually doors where there's pry bars still in the doors.
This woman, who would only give a first name of Bridget, came all the way from Maryland Have you ever been arrested before?
No.
And says she carried 2 of the dogs out.
How anybody could treat dogs, man's best friend, the way that they are treating these dogs is beyond comprehension for me.
Leaders of the operation say it was a success, but also say their work is not done.
There are still almost 2,000 dogs on site here, and each one of those dogs' lives matter.
Brian Polson, Fox 6 Investigators.
Brian, thank you. And according to a settlement last fall, Ridgeland Farms has until July 1st to shut down its breeding operation to avoid facing animal cruelty charges.
Meanwhile, the Dane County Sheriff says he's holding a news conference tomorrow morning at 10 with an update on the roughly 25 to 30 activists who were detained or arrested today. And we have a full shelf dedicated to stories from our investigative team on the Fox Local mobile app. There you can find exclusive content and extended coverage on Ridgeland Farms so you can understand this ongoing story a little bit better.
Show your daughter how much you love her with this beautiful gift.
Y'all see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to find the flyer, because we out. That's right, y'all. It's St. Patrick's Day. You know what we got to do today. And like I'm going to tell you right now, it's St. Patrick's Day. It's my birthday. So we're going down to what? The St. Patrick's Day Parade. If you guys plan on meeting me, y'all know where I'm going to be at. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's go. St. Patrick's Day Parade. The meetup. That's right, you guys, for our bottom line people in New York and New York. If you plan on being here and you're going to the St. Patrick's Day Parade, we're going to be there at, let me see, what time is it right now? Whoa, about 2 or 3 hours. We're going to be right there. We're going to pull up. We already got tomorrow's show ready. It's already in the queue, so I ain't got to worry about that. I'm ready to go. Going straight to St. Patty's, St. Patrick's Day Parade. And we're going to stream live, just in case you guys were wondering. Charge the phone up a little bit, get some grub in my stomach, because we're going to be with the ale down there, having a pint. That's right, you guys. For old acquaintance we forgot. Whoever want to pull up, that's right, you guys. If y'all going to pull up, y'all know where to meet me. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be at right now. We're going to meet at 11 o'clock at 565 the Macchiato. I'm sorry, 565 6th Avenue. That's at West 46th Street, right at the beginning of the parade. It's better to be right at the beginning because we can walk down and go hang out with the bands before they go out. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping this on right here. I'm dressed already. You can't miss me. Oh, there go Bugatti right there. That's right. I'm already dressed and I'm going to be out there right at 11 o'clock. And I hope you guys are going to show up and show out with me too. Let me show you one more time. 565 East 46th Street. That's on 5th Avenue, and that's going to be at 11 o'clock. The name of the meetup spot is the Macchiato Espresso Bar. It's called the Macchiato Espresso Bar. It's on 46th Street and 5th Avenue. You can't miss it. It's right there on the corner, right at the beginning of the St. Patrick's Day Parade. You guys coming through? Let me know. We're going to be out there. We're going to be out there. O'clock, birthday, fun. Yay. That's y'all. Yeah, we're going to have some fun out there right there. Dressed to impress Bugatti. I'm going out there just like this. Like, yo, what's up, y'all? Ah, it's my birthday. I'm going to have some fun today, y'all. But that's not all we got to do here. You know I still got more work to do, right? So I'm not going to cheat you guys. You know what I'm really going to do right now? I want you guys to come on over if you're trying to promote your business and get your business out there. By the way, Lisa Roy, you don't notice why I picked this spot? You see anything that got to do with something else? That's right. You're supposed to be promoting today. Supposed to have some kind of flyers, something out there. I'm already giving you the alley-oop. Got them meeting us at the Macchiato Espresso Bar. And you do what? Yeah, I do marketing. Got to make it make sense, Lisa. Yes, meet me right there. Hope you got some flyers or some information about your coffee and what you got going on, because we've been promoting it all month the same way we want to promote everybody else's stuff that they got going on out here. All you got to do is send me a promo over. I'll put it right in the post notification area. But it got to be 1080 by 1080 size frame, you guys. That means before you even start the artwork, just put it in a pixel, in a template of 1080 by 1080. Play inside that frame with your artwork. knock it out, send it to my email address, and we're going to put it up right over here so that you guys can get your brands promoted and get in front of maybe 70,000 plus subscribers on Our Bottom Line. That's right. We're going to use Our Bottom Line to get ourselves out there and get bigger and get better, you guys. Do your boy a favor right now if you haven't already. It's my birthday. Give me all the money in your pockets. Sound like snapping to a Slim Jim, right? That's why I think it's funny. I'm going to use it for something. But what I really want you to do is go ahead and hit that like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do so. And please hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on. We're about to go into the streets right now and do the St. Patrick's Day Parade. You need to get a notification for when I'm going to be on. For when I'm going to hit that button and go live, you might want to come in. I might have to, put the camera up. So yes, hit that notification bell. You'll know whenever we're on. And now that you know what to do about those promos and how to get your business out there by sending a promo over to me, the email address is bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge, BRIDGE, this, THISLLC @gmail.com. I'm going to do that one more time, you guys, for the people in the back. I said bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge, BRIDGE. This, not that, but this, THISLLC @gmail.com. Send me your promos over there. Send me emails. Send me a show ideas. And don't be sending me nobody else's shows. Why would I want to be looking at the number 2s and 3s when we're still number 1? But I appreciate you guys. Make sure you keep me up to date on any sort of things going on in the news in your city, state, or town, because that'll be real cool. It'll be like we being like roving reporters with each other. Keep me up on what's going on. Also, you guys want to promote your singing, you got a dance you know how to do, maybe you got a talent that you got hidden, we got the Show Your Talent search. That's right, you guys. It's coming up in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And if you win in the boroughs, you get, boom, $250. That's right, you guys. $250. But guess what? Also, one person will be able to come on from live and we'll be able to see your talent. Doesn't necessarily have to be singing. It could just be a talent. And if you're good at it, you might win, boom, $250. After we put everybody together with that one person from online, we're all going to compete for the grand prize. That's what that $1,000 is sitting there for, because they're going to pay out $1,000 to one of you guys after you win. So it's really like $12.50. And right about now, we can use all that we got. We ain't get that stimulus yet. Hosted by BOOGOTTINYC. Yeah, they better pay me for showing up too. That's right. Hosted by BOOGOTTINYC. And you already know who's going to be there with me. My DJ. DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. Now, it's my DJ, as well as an executive producer of her own shows. That's right, you guys. Show Your Talent search. We can't get out of here. I'm not going out into them streets without doing what? Ain't going out into them streets of New York without putting a prayer in the air. I want to pray for safety. I want to pray for everybody to have a good time. And I want to pray for much more. So what am I about to do? About to put these hands together, put my hands up like this, and get these prayers together for every single person in the chat, for everybody that's going to be at the parade. I want to pray for good times. I want to pray for good health. I want to pray for good spirits. I want to pray for safety. I want to pray and make sure that everybody that's there is having a good, safe time and we have no hiccups. I want to make sure that everybody comes and has a good time and leaves at the same way that they came. I want to pray for every single person in the chat, Miss Swanza, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. I also want to pray for Chandra, Batty Lynn, Teddy, Jordan, Five Coffee House. Also Ajmar, Tracy P, Ajmar again. I see Faith. I always see Liberty and Justice, Shannon, my brother Casey up in the building, Jeffrey Spilker for always showing love, and thank you for the love yesterday, bro. I really appreciate you. Also, Tony, I see you again, AJ. Who else? Jay Woods is in the building. Cinnamon, I see you in here. Feather, thank you so much for the gift. Collective, Andre, Joe BX, thank you for the love earlier, Joe BX. I appreciate you. Kia, good vibes. Who else we got up in here? We got Essentials. We also got Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Mark Dorfman, Liberty and Justice for always holding it down. Batty Lynn, thank you so much. Winter Rising, always staying on point and doing your thing. I love the fact that we have such a strong chat. It's not a game up in here. Who else we got? Tanya Zimmerman. I already see that. I saw Father Wrestling. I love wrestling. Okay, Father Wrestling. Who else we got up in here? Tracy P. Okay, Shannon. Thank you so much for coming through and showing love. And with that being said, you guys, we got Brandon. Also want to do Andrea, Ad Rains, and your moms. Definitely want to pray for your mother. Want to pray that everybody's getting better. If you got any sickness, I want to pray that you guys are getting stronger. All we can do is ask God, and we can just pray and do the best that we can, you guys. And that's how we do it over here. And with that being said, amen. That's right, you guys. That's it. I guess that's what they call a wrap. We done did our thing. Hopefully everything comes together at the end of this show. I press the button, boop, and it goes up and everything is all good. If not, I'm going to be popping right back on anyway in another hour or two. Might just go again while the phone is charging. I don't know. It just depends. It's my birthday, and I appreciate you guys for coming through and hanging out with me like you do every other day. And I also hope that you got something today from the health and wellness section, because I don't just go into that blindly. Oh, let's just do this, let's do that. No, I want to have a complete smorgasbord of different things that we're covering, whether it's waters, whether it's the foods that we're eating, whether it's the health and wellness section, whether it's home and gardening, whether it's psychiatric, whatever it is, you guys, whatever can help us live longer and a healthy and more productive life, that's what we're all about over here. And you know what I'm about to say, right? Because I got to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade, and you guys are going to see me out there. And guess what? We're going to be live. So no matter what, you guys are going to be able to hear the... I know you're saying, turn that down. No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna be playing in between the drums with the... You guys are going to love it. Trust me. So you don't even worry about it. Windsor, I know you ain't in New York. You said it. Got to go back to work. Have a blessed day, Luigi. I appreciate you. And again, hope you guys appreciate the show, because we put a lot of time and effort into it. So guess what? Not only that, other shows already ready for tomorrow. Never know. I might have a little bit of situation coming up in here. I want to be able to chill out and have fun too. So we already got one sitting up in the queue. Go ahead and leave some comments up in the comment section. Whatever you guys want to do. I want to thank you guys for always showing support, always showing love. And yes, just because we're not giving them away don't mean that we don't still got them. You keep on asking me about them, but yes, we do still have them. We still have the Our Bottom Line keychains. This is a novelty right here. Collector's piece, because after this month, we're not going to be making these no more. We're not. We're going to go into the next promo item. So after this month, you guys, after the month of March, no more Our Bottom Line keychains. Not even available on the website. Sometimes you got to make things just available for a certain amount of time. This was a promo. Our Bottom Line keychains, they're going for, I think, $3.99 on the website. A lot of people were getting them for free because we were sending them out after the 500. That promo stopped last week. But if you want to get your Our Bottom Line decal, which is the purple Sunday decal, represent for Sunday, put it on your laptop, bumper sticker, your Yeti, or wherever you want. Maybe even your ice cup, whatever. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. These are the promos. Go to the website or right there in the bottom, you guys. I send them out every other day. I owe someone right now, but I promise you, it's already in the mail. I like to be fair and I like to be on point with things. When I tell you I'm gonna do something, I like to make sure I'm gonna do it. Can't be lying to you guys. Y'all my family and I love you like cook food. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, my birthday, I appreciate you. You know what I'm about to say right now, right? See you guys here tomorrow for the show, 6 o'clock in the morning, if you're going to be here for that. But if you're going to tune in about an hour or two, we're going to be going live directly from the St. Patrick's Day parade. It feels to me like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Why wouldn't you go to the parade if your birthday was on that day? With that being said, you guys, you could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. See you guys downtown. Got 'em! Peace.